We're live. Pop out chat. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, we want to pop out the chat. I don't need to copy the link. Plus window capture chat. Go. Select window to capture. It's this, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. So now I just have to shrink it that way so I can put it over here. And then I guess would be adjusting the properties. Transform, yeah, there we go. We take the top off of the chat. Yeah, we can, okay. Let's take like 100 off the chat. There we go. A little bit less than that. 80. There we go. And then we'll probably take like 30 off the bottom, right? A little bit more than that. Okay, cool. And let's make it a little bit thinner. Boom. There we go. Good enough. Okay, so we're doing another CBT watch party. Nice stuff to think about things on my end. What is, there we go, that's the button. No, not that. There we go. Okay. Okay. Pop OBS back up. I just hybrided my Fire Emblem setup. That's what I typically do. There's probably a way to save. Like save a setup so you can go back to it and swap between them. I just don't know how to do that at the moment. I haven't looked into it, so. Yeah. Let me do this. I want to set this to live chat for my. Yeah, so we're gonna be watching through the 21st CBT. Oh, I titled that wrong. At least I can adjust that. Edit. CBT 21. There we go. Save. So we're going to be watching through CBT 21 and probably 22 as well. So yeah, I guess I can just full screen this and we can go. Tell me if my audio is bad. I have it coming through speakers too, so hopefully it doesn't get like echoey or something like that. If it does, then I'll put in earbuds. I just really don't want to wear them right now. So the combo of this CBT is Phantom Gill, Wing 145, probably Wing 145. Yeah. So it sounds like I'm using WD. Look at those bays on the ground. Honestly, that bullface bolt is still a little bit there, but not much. The Ares and the Serpent are basically gone. They're still a little bit there. They're not bad. I could scrape those off. I'm scared to scrape the printed face ones that I have a sticker over because I don't want to mess with that. You know, I don't want anything to happen to that. I don't want to get it like scratched up or anything if I'm going to take the sticker off. I wish there was something to put on the bottom. I definitely still half-ass my setups a little bit. At least for something like this. What was I going to say? feel like that's something else I was gonna say. I don't remember what it is.
No tornado ridge to no tornado ridge to stop you. Like attack in that stadium. Attack combos have to worry about not being able to get the knockout. Defense combos have to worry about not being able to scan other combos because they're probably not going to get knocked out.
I'm saying something interesting, I think.
Have to worry about they can stamina.
But the music's way too loud.
Because attack bays and even just bays like if they're in the center, they just kind of random hits that like knock bays like this, just random ones.
I'm pretty sure that happens to me in this tournament.
But,
Tiny little hit that sends Phantom flying. Hey look, it's Pokemon Fire Red.
So not just a regular skin, but flip it.
Let's play Fire Red.
So I'm not doing that. So I think that's about it. I have every part you can imagine except Phoenix, Berserker, Behemoth, and that's Fusion, 40B, Fusion like 40.
I do have Phoenix, I do have Vigirus now.
Fusion, 40B.
I don't have a Fusion. Thought about getting the mid.
Yeah, I do know people and don't want to hear. Whenever we get a shout out, I would say subscription for me, but subscriptions are very big. But
Okay.
what's up, guys?
Oh, it's Unicorn Extreme.
I have brackets for,
I feel like he was brought up in the last stream.
So,
Yeah, he entered one of these. Brisky,
it's the first 10.
Exotics,
Check it still.
Tropical Nile.
I've got the. I think
It's like
my
the
combo has
one,
most stamina out of any combo.
Jolly Raj 89. They commented on a bunch of videos back in the day. Balro, Wing Cygnus. Tropical Nile's ahead of the time. Wing Cygnus 225 RS. Just gotta get a little bit lower and maybe a bit more stamina than RS. I'm on the right path. Darkest Blader, Marvel Blade, Phoenix King, Matthew YU 0-9.
Extreme GT's video. There's like a
Dang.
Gravity Destroyer doing really well. So it was a random combo.
That's wild.
And I didn't want to give. I wanted the only stamina combo, like complete stamina combo. So yeah. I also did not want 0G because most people did not enter with 0G. There's only 4, I think. There's Balro, Griffifrid, Pegasus, Wyvern.
Flame Leon ED145 ES from Dark Beybladers.
So yeah, let's go ahead and randomize. So it is going to be Phoenix King versus me. Dang it, that's an attack bay. Tropical Nile versus the Blade of Kyoya.
I get if I beat Phoenix King, I'm pretty sure I have the stamina to beat literally everybody else. The Unicorn Extreme would be scary because I think he beat Matthew YU and then beat whatever Bay is on the other side. But
I don't know how to pronounce things.
Exotics and Brisky.
Blackout Blader. Exotics King versus Risk Aquaria HD. Marvel Blade versus Dark Beybladers.
Darkest Splitter entered with a non-4D.
Have fun. What's up, guys? Matthew from Past 2 Battles.
Yeah, sometimes it refreshes everything.
Got round 1 of CBT 21 minutes. So
I've got to not look down at my screen because I've got a second monitor up, so I'm looking. The webcam's up here, but I keep looking down because I want to look at my computer screen.
with
And I'd say that as I was actively looking down at the computer screen. Griffey Fred. That's a sick combo.
UW145 for
That's a terrible rebel for that.
against me with Phantom Gill.
Phantom Gill!
Then we have Tropical Nile with
Nowadays, that one would look probably hotter with the yellow and red gill.
25.
But I also have Wing 145s that could go with that purple gill.
Duo Sagittario, BD145.
I love that Sagittario. That's a classic look with the green BD145. Because my other BD145 didn't come apart as easy, so. Let's go, Gil!
Thankfully, RF is not a fast tip, and my RFs are not the best, so I might not have to.
This is a clip in, I think, my second montage. I think the Epic Montage V2 has a clip from this battle. Because there's a comment about the rivalry beginning between me and Phoenix King. So I get it. I won that first one, right? And then I went out.
Oh my gosh. He just like knocked WD. Oh my. Whoa.
Okay.
Now I'm scared.
Yeah, because these are best 2 out of 3, so it's 1-1. Oh, there's stuff in the stadium.
This one's all. What is this guy doing? Gosh.
I hate
Oh
Phantom.
my gosh.
I hate Phantom sometimes.
I faced an attack like I didn't want to face an attack Titan, and I got really unlucky there. Holy crap, that bait
Yeah, I could have made a decent run there.
launched my bait.
This is like pre-edit. There's just so much to everything.
Wow. I thought
That was the Blader Kiyoya, right? I didn't actually take a picture of the bracket this time.
but I did not think
Is this the Blader Kiyoya against Tropical now?
I got really unlucky because in most
I say that because I'm pretty sure Blader Kiyoya ran this Duo Sagittarius combo a few times. I should say the chat is on OBS, so the chat is down here technically. I guess I could also pop up the chat if I wanted, separately. But
going very far up, nothing that's going to cost me.
yeah, I guess I'll double up and have the chat open. Oh, oh, it's tracking my cursor. Ha. I don't think Wing's getting a knockout even with an attack tip. I'm not sure what Wing needs to actually win this battle. Be it like a tall WD Bay or something and then maybe he'd win. Yeah, I'd get a semifinal. Without a doubt. Now it's going to be Blader Kiyoya. Should be Blader Kiyoya. Unless it's not Blader Kiyoya. I think it's Blader Kiyoya though.
Well, even if somebody loses, they still ratio, if that matters.
Man, I love that yellow color. That's a nice one.
I do keep counting stats.
I got TT Flash, and I really liked using that Sagittarius when people asked, but over time I went back to liking this one more. I need to empty the stadium. It's dirty.
Oh, I'm so mad. This is what happens when I use stamina baits. I get super unlucky and everybody uses attack baits. And the Blader Kiyoya with his defense combo
There's Kiyoya's moving on.
Is going to move on to the semifinals. Oh, I'm upset. I'm very upset. I'm salty. I'm very salty.
Yeah, but you are.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Let's move on.
What's up, guys? Matthew from Matthew Battles.
Bugs me that this isn't all the way through, but whatever.
Round 2, CBT21.
Hey, look, Matsby Battles is streaming there.
Jolly Raja, 89, with Metal Face Heavy. Very Eris in 145.
And 145 blades to be flat.
BSF against Libra's Toy Show with Death Libra, SA165 NP.
I feel like an Ethan combo.
Matthew U0809 with Featherface, Wing Virgo, WD145.
Interesting.
If you wanted NB, but both were taken. I think Bracey did comment first. According to my dashboard, that's what it said. And then Unicorno Extreme GT with Diablo Virgo, CH120, leftover flat, and it's a new leftover flat.
So that's a mint looking leftover flat.
Yeah, I'm salty still over last round. I got knocked out by Phoenix King. His combo.
Who went on to lose?
I RF something greatest, but he just completely wrecked me. So the question is, bounce mode or not bounce mode? The question is, I don't think you can tornado stall, so I don't think you can tornado stall in this place. I'm sure it matters.
Bounce mode, you have something crazy happen.
I feel like there's more potential for KO there like this. It's really fun. I'll do that. Yeah, just rush the wins.
I do not know who Libra's Toy Show is. I think that's just somebody who randomly entered one. Or a few, maybe. There's some people who entered, you know, a lot. Like, they're consistent, so I recognize the names. Libra's Toy Show is not one of those people.
That's not really fair. Oh, gosh, this is going either way. Death in SA165. I don't know.
So Varys has a chance, but it's already down 1-0.
MB is a metal tip, but they go flying. So.
And Barry Eris is gonna lose. I guess I switched modes.
So yeah, M145 wasn't the best. And if he would have gone with someone better, he would have definitely had a much better shot. So now the question is, with a feather face, can Matthew U09
No, there's no way.
combo handle?
No, it's gonna lose unless I can't sliding shoot.
No. I sliding shoot. I try at least, because it's not fair for attack type if they don't sliding shoot most of the time. So, not that I'm going against Matthew U09, but it's very unfair to an attack type.
I would never go against a fellow Matthew.
Because if I screw up the launch, then they're screwed.
Hello, Rock Riblator.
He's blocking the combo, but he's not knocking him out. So this will go into the final round.
Is Matthew YU gonna Mr. Fresh Unicorner Extreme?
And Virgo get the knockout.
We're watching CBT 21. And probably 22. At least. KO.
That ended up lining up perfectly. This is really interesting combo.
These were best 2 out of 3s back in the day. And then 3 out of 5 in the semifinals and final.
There's another like a decent tip, or still a good condition tip, or
Hurry up, me.
So there you go. Libra's Toy Show. Diablo and Virgo could definitely get knockouts here.
A Variaris could get knockouts on Libra. Variaris with the M145 could get knockouts then. Unicorner Extreme I think would be able to. So maybe, I know Flash and Diablo hit a bit differently. I think Flash is better against like the depth types. I think Diablo's a bit better against like that low stuff. I might be wrong though. So close. So Libra's Toy Show is gonna be long. That feels like an Ethan combo. Death Libra SA165 MB. That feels like something Ethan either has run before or would run. Definitely have to make sure I get out before the outros. Okay, round 3.
What's up, guys? Now about some battles of today. We have the next round of
I see 0G base.
21. We have
I still haven't cleaned the stadium out.
Okay, yeah. Sakib Tube GT.
That name is familiar. That's a pretty sick combo.
I'm probably pronouncing a lot of names wrong.
Hey, the Variaris M145 BSF got 2 dual KOs on Death Libra. 2 dual KOs. And then it lost. We got an ES. That's going to be interesting. I know what happens in this one. At least the end. I know how it ends. Why did I give non-4D as a random combo? Because in a Nut Future tournament, I know I'll give him like a crazy attack combo as a random combo. Ooh. That was a massive hit. Okay. I love it when it's 2 attack bays with like the same tip. Yeah, it might have been like it was probably left rotation. I didn't look, or I didn't pay close enough attention to see which launcher launched. I tend to go left most of the time. I guess right has crazy more recoil for attack, but I also feel like it's more susceptible to getting knocked back out. And I like having a little bit of spin equalization. But that's just me on like anything that's both L and R. That's just how I've always been. If somebody specifies though, I'll obviously go with that one. But otherwise I lean towards left for all of those types of bays. Destabilizing it. Destroyer could win.
That works too. But I don't think he's gonna hit the ground first. I think Destroyer's gonna win this one. The question is, Balro win this one. Is it Balro or Balro?
Is it Balro or Balro? Those are the real questions.
Now, he's about to scrape. Plus scrape, let's see scrape. Okay, so he will face Paris Star.
Dang, that thing has a lot of ground clearance. Oh yeah, that's the LR launcher. That has a... something broke in that one, but I forget what. We replaced the string. I think we took the string out of it and replaced the string, but we made the string a little bit too short. So... procession. That's probably a more correct word. I think that was the first thing that came out of the ground clearance, like cars, you know? Because it's got a lot of wiggle room. But yeah, procession's probably a more correct word. There's a bug. I can't tell what it is.
Attack phase, like, see, this is what happens. We get 3 attack phase in the same round. But they face with the most, like, one of the 3 most anti-
Just flying in front of the screen. Maybe it's like a tiny moth.
Or anti-attack phase being this. Because none of them are tall enough to get a direct hit on that each.
So E230 is gonna win.
So hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. What's up, guys? Matthew from House today. We got the next part of the CBT, round 4.
Brisky.
Versus Aquario HD with Twisted Aquario BD145.
Legend.
Versus Exotic Skin with Flash Trigonus. Metal Face Heavy Flash Trigonus 85.
That is the classic Exotics King combo.
With Rock Fox TR145 MF. Versus Dark Beybladers with Flame Leon ED145.
What a match.
I had to switch BDs.
Rock Fox and Flame Leon. Those both feel like complete like RNG combos. Like if you just closed your eyes and picked pieces, you know, or you just randomized like a list. Rock and MF do synergize. I know you can go TR145, but
one of them was with 3 of them were E230. The E230 combo.
Rip. Exotics lost.
Gosh, I cannot get a sliding shoe launch.
That might have been because of how they hit.
This will not stay tight. Not stay like the Facebook is getting really loose.
I think I've gotten at least a little bit better with sliding shoots.
It's unfair if I make the attack based tornado stuff.
I'm not going to try to retroactively look at my almost 10-year-old CVTs, though, on how fair I was with attack launches. Sad. Brisky lost. So, both of those are like OGs, though. Exotics and Brisky. Or Exotics King. Brisky. I kind of like this Flame Leon combo. I mean, it looks terrible, it's just kind of funny looking. And it's got eternal pieces. Question is... it would be. I would like to see Flame ES versus Killer Ken E230 ES in the semifinals. Looks like this time Flame is going to win. MF is really finicky. I think if it gets dust on it, it gets like, it doesn't spin like an attack tip. KO. One of them's fast and flash, and one of them's not. One of them's slow as a rock. You know, Exotics King never won a CBT, but Exotics King overall is one of the better records from back in the day. If you add the newer tournaments, it's not quite as much, but still. Still a good record overall.
So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you guys later.
Semifinals.
What's up, guys? Matthew from Matthew Battles and
There's all the losers.
Finals got the other players and myself. My own combo. Still very salty.
Phantom Gill.
I'll eventually get Brisky back. Revenge. Which is good.
Revenge on Brisky?
So
What did Brisky do? I don't remember having a rivalry with Brisky.
Yes.
All I remember is sniping multiple. Not all. I remember I sniped something that Brisky was looking at to buy, and I bought something earlier than they did. So they got it at a higher price than I did. But it was something that was still in stores. It was just something that kind of slowly went up over time, which was the Ultimate Blader DX set, my second one. This is going to be interesting. I would think that Libra has the advantage. I would think Libra has the advantage here. I think it's a guarantee that Killer Ken just whoops Exotics King. I can hear a mower outside, but I can't close my window, or otherwise my upload speeds drop to 0. Okay.
First round, I'm still salty over losing Phoenix King. I will get my revenge. I'll see my revenge eventually.
Yeah, what the hell did me and Brisky have? What kind of rivalry?
Going to be Sagittarius.
Wow. Blader Kiyoya, okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure that was CS, was it not? So that's interesting. I know Duo has more stamina than Death, but Death has good stamina. I would not
I'm glad the air's still on.
with MB.
Okay,
I guess BD145 just still drains a little bit more than Death does, but I thought that Death comp would be too high to really get drained by BD145. Interesting. I will admit, I don't think I quite remember Death Libra making the finals.
And so they don't accidentally, because I don't want, because the stadium obviously dips in towards the middle.
I would love to use that Blader Kiyoya combo, or use it with like Death and 4D, except for the fact that well, you know what? It might work. I feel like you can't use it in standard because I think you're gonna get whooped by tall things. Is my problem. That's what I'm always afraid of. I'm more afraid of losing to E230 bays and tall bays than I'm losing to anything else. So anything that's below lower than 160 height like scares me to death. But
I might just get a fan right now. My legs are probably like sweating a lot. Yeah, my legs, I can already tell.
I don't think MB is good for defense. I think it's a balance tip. Because MB is metal. I don't think has like rubber grips the stadium. Metal's the opposite. I don't think there's a lot of friction or as much friction. I think its shape is a bit better than some things. Like MB is gonna probably have a better shape than wide defense for defense, right? But because it's a ball, but I don't think it has particularly great defense. I think it's more of just a balance tip. It's got not as much stamina as WD, but it has a lot of room to wobble when it's tall, and it's got more stamina than the defense tips do. So more stamina than defense tips, more defense than WD, and it's tall. But yeah, I don't think it's a particularly defense tip. Most of the things I use on is balance or hope that it'll stay in, or it's tall because like WD doesn't mesh with SA165 or BD145. But I mean, you saw Brisky got sent by Flash, who is absolutely screwed. There's no chance here with Flash winning. I will say, our internet has sucked recently. Like, there's been times where it's been like dead. And even now it's showing 3 bars, but I believe my stream has had an excellent connection, which is nice. I kind of feel like I should move my webcam down though. Let's see. If I like grabbed it and moved it here. That's going way too far up in the air. What did I get to get it to stay yesterday? I did something that got it to like stay in place yesterday. Or did I just have this like more flat or something? No, that is still going way in the air.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
What if I do this? And then I stick it there. Oh no. There we go.
As I launched it,
Okay.
my string got caught around.
There we go. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Now it's more centered, so I can look down and be looking at the camera, or almost in the camera if I look at my screen.
He's gonna sort of stabilize him, just not really. Our screen up again is not.
Thanks for stopping by too.
Appreciate
it.
Another really nice attack bay.
Even if you're AFK.
Couldn't.
Actually, just having the string on honestly helps.
So adjust these.
So we've got a finals. Okay, this I remember this one.
The finals.
The moment I saw the E230ES, I knew exactly what happened.
What's up, guys? Matthew from Matthew Battles, and today, the finals of CBT21. We have Duo Sagittario, BD145CS, and Killer Can E230ES from Blackout Player. So, here we go. That was one punch. I'm watching it very often. There you go.
Is it gonna matter? Is the Blader Carrier really gonna destabilize?
Ow, that hit my finger. Really weird reaction. Ow, that hurt. So,
This is one of those that's like, we have to sit through this. Why can't we do something else? This battle sucks.
Yeah,
We know what's gonna happen. Everybody knows.
Duo Sagittario can't hit anything but the E230, so it's just punching up hits.
I hate
Duo
E230.
Sagittario usually does, punches up hits. So,
You use E230 and I'm gonna root against you in a CBT. Always.
not much else to say.
Nowadays. That being said, I love the Blader Carrier's
It's
combo.
not going to be able to knock people off that.
I don't think I had much of a rooting interest, like, at this point in time. But nowadays... Oh, dual camp wrangles! Oh, man. Should I bring this back? Should I bring dual camp wrangles back? I could. I have the ability to.
There's a blinking light somewhere focused on different places.
I could also make them into shorts. That's something I've thought about, is dual recording videos and having short versions. I'm just always uncertain about shorts because they really mess with your analytics.
Really great. My phone's light. I can record live much better. This
Just a
actually
little
a
more
little bit
forward,
fuzz.
actually. Back a little bit. Perfect,
My
I
phone
think.
didn't really give off much fuzz. Or as much fuzz.
You can really see exactly what Sagittario is doing.
And Killer Can. Oh my gosh, I never thought it'd be with
Precise
this
audio
is great.
too.
What it's doing is great.
I think I probably just muted that other one and had it just playing. Maybe I should bring that back. That could be a fun idea. Oh. Maybe I should bring back dual camp wrangles. Maybe. Just the fact that my mic seems to be picking up the...
Chipping away at the E230, hoping something will happen, but nothing's gonna happen. It's
It's
E230.
rough, like if I... Yeah, if I pause that, the mic goes way down.
So, yeah, after that first match, hopes for Sagittario winning just kind of went down the drain, because it's not hitting, it's not knocking out E230. E230 is E230. So, the winner of CBT21 is second GT's brother, Blackout Blader. So,
Wow.
yes. E230, yes. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. There'll be shout-out videos. There'll be a shout-out video. Yeah.
Is there an easy way? Oh, I'll pause that. I'm paranoid about my audio. I feel like just based off what I'm looking at with the mic that the thing is going. I'm going to listen to my own audio, not live. Oops, not live.
I see 0G base as well. I still have this.
Okay, no, I don't think it's a problem at all. Never mind, okay. Okay, so now we move on to 22. Open up. Oh, wait, yeah, it's open up here. Okay, so. Is that the next one? 21? Oh. Oh, it might be limited format 2. Oh, okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. So limited format CBT2 seems to be the next one. Okay.
What's up, guys? Matthew.
That was loud.
Today,
I think with Movie Maker I edited it so that the music would come in when there wasn't much audio, so if I stopped talking, the music would get up, and then it'd go back down.
I'm gonna be ballsy, and I'm gonna use
Burn. Some more stamina.
Interesting to get this.
I used a combo like this in limited format CBT number
I could be screwed over.
9.
While most others, I
It was 8 or 9, I think. No, wait, no, it wasn't 8, because 8 was the big one. It was 9 or 10. I forget which one. I faced I think that was the one I faced. What if I feel like I faced Ryuken in one and Cody the Dragon Samurai in the other. I think Cody the Dragon Samurai had an Earth Bay, and he just had a better Earth Bay or a more stamina, or Earth Bay had like CS and I lost. I think 9 was the one. Or I faced like Ryuken or something, I lost.
I'm not even gonna tell you what's banned and not banned. There's a tier list. A banned, not a tier list. There's a tier list. It's Pokemon. No, there's a ban list.
Do I need to
Tell you
show
what's banned.
anything else?
I will tell you this just in case you don't get it. All 4D and all Synchrom is banned. 0G, not Synchrom, is okay. Omega and Jade are not the 4D Omega and Jade.
Oh yeah,
Those are
Omega
not
wasn't banned at this time.
So all 4D and Synchrom.
That is currently banned.
Except all 4D except for Omega and Jade are banned. Synchrom is banned, but 0G without Synchrom is okay.
I feel so tired.
One needs stock guarding revisor. You'd be okay.
Okay, so that's what this is.
Stock revisor 160.
I'm skipping this
That's
thing
banned.
because I don't see a point in watching the rest of the intro. There's nothing interesting here.
What's up, guys? Matthew from Battles, and today I've just
Get my phone out this time to take a picture of the bracket.
and these are the matchups. So, Phoenix Team versus Triple J Kicks, Haru Booty God versus Tropical Nile, Killy
Shout out to Haru Booty God.
Second Tube GT versus Legendary Blader 21, El Drago Destructor versus the Blader Kyoya, Sergio Andres Martinez Molina versus Flame Vixen GT, King Master Blader versus Harris Weinstein, and Skylander Bros 89 versus Fangler 7. There's some really nice, combos that stand out is Earth Lacerda. That should be a pretty good defense combo. It might be able to
You know, there's some people when you think about it,
so CS does have decent
looking at like these
Jade
names.
Bull's much heavier
Don't give me
than
there's
Jade
some
Bull.
that I like the Blader Kyoya, but man, a lot of these names are not people from like even 2013. Because this is what, yeah, timestamp 2015, so this is 2015 CBT. Even this community was a bit different from like the 2013-14. And then it was this for a couple of years, and I guess it is what it is now. I've had a pretty good consistent when I did CBT. Even when like last summer when I did 2 after not doing a few, I still had a lot of the people coming out of the woodwork like Pingu.
The other base could easily just get knocked out.
Pingu, if you're watching
Rock is
this,
just rock.
I hear you. It's coming. It's coming.
Let's see. Earth Wool.
I need to start editing something
not
actually.
like another Earth Wool.
But I have to
Duo
edit
is still
something
very
else.
good.
Oh man, I feel like
It's
I've got so
more
much.
of a combo too, so you should be
I feel like
fine.
I've got a lot to do.
It shouldn't make too much of a difference.
I gotta render out
Very disappointed.
Fire
Nobody used
Part
Crab Rolls
episode 2.
Texas. Nobody used the other lightning.
That
Nobody
just takes a really long time, so I gotta do that like nights. I'm kind of limited to that.
looking here.
We also got another.
Combos are. I have one Omega and it was used.
Good idea for this thing.
Only one of mine was used. Somebody could have used another one. Somebody could have used Dark Knight with something that a bunch of people could have used.
We're skipping.
What's up, guys? Matthew from Master Balls, and today we have round 1 of the second limited format tournament on my channel. We have Phoenix Team with Earth Sorta, WA 130 CS
It's a nice combo.
versus Triple J Kicks with Malface Heavy Jade Bull 145 WA.
Interesting.
Then we have Haru Booty God with Malface Heavy
I'm a Haru Booty God.
145 Metal Flat.
I like that.
Tropical Nile with Metal Face Heavy Lightning El Drago Left Wing 105 Blades My Flat.
That's pretty cool.
Focus it into the
Spoiler
That's
alert.
dark.
That's actually similar to the Beat My Combo going up today. Not quite, but very close. Yeah, I guess I will keep this and just use like the arrow keys because I realize this is the semifinals and all that can be spoiled if I go back into the out of the full screen.
Besides that,
I do agree with you, Star After Flock. This is a nice color combo. Honestly, I think one of my favorite things about Limited is there's no synchron. And I don't think there's any like very Aerosol Drug Guardian type, so unless you're going pre-hybrid, if you're going Zero G, you're going plastic up usually, so it makes for a lot of nice colors, just in general. I still like looking at synchron, but when you have a lot of synchron, it still ends up looking really gray even after you like the stickers. And I think the pre-hybrid ones look pretty cool, though there's some I like more than others. I'm a big fan of Aquaria and Pisces. They just really look nice.
that's why Eagles, with the tip that's about as
Bull.
another WD. That's why it
Honestly, Lacerda is a really nice color.
doesn't outweigh.
I don't think it's particularly good though, and it's nobody's real favorite is Thermal Lacerda. I mean, Thermal Summer is like one of the cheapest bays. So nobody ends up really using it much. So Earth CS beats out JWD.
Rubber attack. So Triple J picks will be eliminated. Earth Striker moves on.
Okay, I said I was running for Hard Booty Gun, but Tropical Nile is like an OG, so I feel like I gotta root for Tropical Nile. Hard Booty Gun's such a good name. So, I'm gonna be honest, I think Beyblade X is actually my least favorite out of like the... Well, I don't know anything about Plastic Gen, like pre-Metal Fight, but I think I felt like Burst Bays were a gimmick. I felt like all that was a gimmick, and I didn't like there was, at least early on, there was less parts. Because if I go grab Burst Bay real quick, for comparison. Let's grab a random to beat my combo bay. So like, I thought, you know, Burst Bays were gimmicky, and also these early ones, these are Gen 2. You know, it's only 3 parts to make a bay, which is like nothing, you know? I know they got more complex as they went on, and they stopped bursting, but at that point too, so you made a gimmick that doesn't ever happen because the bays just don't burst anymore, they're too big or whatever, or too strong. And then you have the X bays, which, from what I know, they also can burst or something like that, but they're also, I think, only 3 parts. At least the metal part is the one that hits again, but I honestly thought burst bays looked really pretty. And this, again, is an older one. The newer ones look awesome, in my opinion. Even though I don't like using them, I think they look cool. I think the X bays look uglier. They don't look as pretty as these metal fight bays. And they don't look as good as the plastic. That bug is now on my face. And then I think the whole thing with the little, like, cutouts for the stadium that cause them to grip the side and then go into the middle, I think that's even a gimmick. It gets high speeds, but it's a gimmick. I don't like gimmicks. I like really straightforward. It takes me like, even in like games when there's like a new combat feature that's like only in that game, like Fire Emblem with Gambits and 3 houses, it's never my first thought to use them. But that's my thought, is X feels really gimmicky, and they're uglier than Burst Bays with I think the same gimmick plus another one. So I have less interest in them. I'd get Burst Bays before I'd get X Bays. I'm pretty classic too though, like Beyblade was always, like Metal Fight is what I grew up with, so it's not as natural for me to get into other things, because I like Metal Fight and then I like other things that are not Beyblade, so I'd rather spend my time or my money on non-Beyblade or Metal Fight that I grew up on and I like.
Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and see you guys later.
Okay.
What's it, guys?
So that was Phoenix King. There's a part of me that wishes I had more newer Burst Bays, but I also don't. I'm glad I didn't sink that much money into them.
Killer Libra 7 with rocks.
Yeah, I know there was a balance at some point. Because I know at the end there are some bays that are like impossible to burst.
Featherface.
Well, look at that beautiful Capricorn.
Yeah, Featherface. Burn Capricorn. W145.
Oh, I switched off the Pegasus, I guess. I'm assuming. Oh, I took a picture. Yeah, no, this was me because I'm in 6th. I wish there was more customization though. I don't know later burst bays how many pieces they had.
100XF. Hopefully
I know
it's
these are only 3. There might be 4 though on the newer burst bays. I don't actually know. I don't like that the tracks and tips though become one thing, you know? Because like the only main thing about this is the tip, you know? Like I'm not sure how much difference there is between this part that hooks in, you know, for burst. I think from what I've seen of, oh, and also on the topic of they're too samey to you, yeah. The other, I'm gonna actually pause this real quick. The other thing I noticed too when I look at X bays, it's not just they look the same, but I don't think the tips are quite as interesting, at least not yet. The driver, or the, what is it, the bit or whatever it's called, like, is even smaller than this. It's like really tiny and thin, so now the track and tip are really the same thing, which I hate. And then the plastic piece or whatever, right? I don't understand what the differences between those are, because what I see is like a bunch of them that are like either triangular or they're kind of square or they're 5 or they're 6, but like I don't know how that affects anything unless the weight is different. But at that point, if the plastic, you know, like the integering most of the time doesn't make as much of a difference, but you have 3 pieces on the bottom that do, and then sometimes depending on the bay and the battle, the integering can make a big difference, and there's definitely better ones than other ones. You know, at least I feel like the metal probably adds more in a burst bay than the smaller plastic piece does in an X bay. From the outside looking in, to be clear, I don't know anything about X, so I don't want to sound like an expert. Just from the outside and what I've seen, that's what it feels like. But even then, it doesn't feel as interesting as Metal Fight was, and it doesn't feel quite as interesting as Burst even. But yeah, those plastic pieces, I really don't know. If that's the case, then like how much... There's probably ones that are like a little bit better, like Aquario and Cygnus and Bull, like and Gasher are better than Serpent or Sagittaria 1 or Ares or something. But I really like... It feels way more limiting customization, because you have the metal is what makes contact. The bit is really just the tip, and it's thin, so there's no track. And then I don't even know what the plastic piece does. I feel like I could figure out what the metal piece on this bay does more than the plastic equivalent on the X bay, since they're kind of inverted, where the metal's the main piece. Yeah, I never thought I'd miss Burst. I always miss Metal Fight, but yeah, I never thought I'd miss Burst. I definitely have zero interest in getting X, though. I'm going to be a Metal Fight channel that probably eventually, long-term, branches out and doing other things, along with Beyblade, or maybe eventually transitioning to other things, if something took off that I liked, you know, that I did. But the short-term plan is Metal Fight, Metal Fight, Metal Fight, and some extra non-Beyblade series to branch out. I also like just being able to do things that let me make graphics. Like Fire Emblem 3 Houses thumbnail. And Beat My Combo. And CBT. Since nobody's watching the streams, I don't feel as bad about talking about my plans. Because how many people? 2 people? 2 people watching currently? Get the inside scoop. Let's pay attention to the fighting, because I wasn't paying attention to the last fight. I love Capricorn. Capricorn is amazing. I think that would be a fun thing to do, is take like a large amount of my bays and make a giant list of like favorites. I think they could. I think Metal Fight has the most potential out of all the series when it comes to like combo making and stuff like that. So I really wish there was more, because if you had tips like, you know, this one on Wyvern, which is like a free spinning ball. Imagine if you had a tip, even if it was a 4D bottom, you know, that was like that. Like, that's just cool.
Yeah, I was scared of these.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think they'd want to go back. I think they'd want to make new things, which is why you have X. People wanted Metal back, so they brought Metal back, but it's in a bay that's more similar to Burst. I think it also capitalizes on short attention spans, because from what I know, with how much speed there is and the possibility of bursting, X battles are a lot more quick. And people don't have attention spans nowadays, so people probably, you know, enjoy that. I don't, though. I know Metal Fight battles can be short, but I like that they can be long, and sometimes they are long, and that stamina bays aren't, like, horribly imbalanced, that they're wobbling like this constantly, you know, because they're so imbalanced, which is what Zero G is like. But Zero G's got crazy recoil, which makes them really fun. I wish there was more 0G as well. I know people don't like 0G as much, but I think as long as you didn't have a part that was super broken. I know Dragoon can get really broken with other parts, but like, besides Dragoon, the left rotation bay, right? I think if you had even more stuff, as long as nothing was crazy broken, you just have more variety, because there's a lot of options. You could go Balro, you could go Wyvang. I think Gyarados is pretty good. Yeah. I've tried to do YouTube short stuff, and I don't hate it. It's not a bad thing to do. I feel like I really have to grind to do it, though, because I focus mainly on regular content. So unless I just don't have a video to go out, I'm making an extra video. And they take a... I haven't really gotten down what I want to do for shorts if I go back to them. I really hate that they mess with my analytics, though, because it tells me, like, my views and stuff are, like, way off. And I can go to specifically content type, but I'm not sure I can look at, like, just videos and have only videos. Because usually, if I look at my analytics and I click videos, it just shows videos as a whole, shorts as a whole, and not only the videos with each video and how it did, you know, relatively speaking. Anyway, that's in the analytics, not just the, like, dashboard.
So, hope you guys enjoyed the video.
Next one. Oh, we got Inferno Bay. But, I don't know. I like long form stuff more than short form stuff. I'm not a big short form guy. I hate how the world has gone that it's people scrolling through TikTok and YouTube Shorts and all that. The only time I use YouTube Shorts is occasionally when I'm getting onto YouTube on my phone to cast it. On my homepage will have some shorts, so sometimes I'll look at a few shorts or something, because it's usually like Mario Kart related stuff, which is always fun. I play a good amount of... I go on and off with... I switch between games, but I'm pretty good at Mario Kart, so I'll see shorts of people like JP Givner and Shortcat and learn, you know, strategies and stuff like that. But I don't really like the TikTok type stuff. One way I kind of want to learn it, you know, I think it'd be interesting to learn, and it could be good to learn, but like that's never going to be like for a YouTube purpose. That'd be more like job related, you know, to be able to do social media as like an option, or have experience with it, more so than my channel, because I don't think I'd just want to do short form content on my channel. Yeah, exactly. I fully agree with you. I think what I'd want to experience is if I could do like short versions of things. Like, could I do a short CBT or something like that, right? The other thing though is you can't explain things. So like if I did a short to beat my combo or something like that, you know, there's a good chance people would just see beat my combo hypothetically too, right? And they would just comment like a meta combo or something. But that's not the point of beat my combo. The point of beat my combo is to like garbage fun bays, you know? So I kind of, on one hand, that way. And like CBTs, where I just post the short version, like would I just record CBTs like this, you know? Or would I want to do a CBT in the short and then ask people for their comments or their combos, and then I'd make them into a tournament? But I also don't know even how much I get the views, but I don't know how much like interaction with comments and stuff, because I don't get a lot of comments on the shorts when I've done them, you know. So I don't know. It's stuff I really have to test with. I'm just watching old CBTs. It's a CBT watch party for old ones. This is 2015 or so. Limited format CBT2. Actually, this was about, because like the last one or this one, I looked at the timestamp for one of these two. It's almost exactly 10 years ago to the day. Oh, we're discussing Beyblade too, like Beyblade X versus Burst versus Metal Fight. Metal Fight's clearly superior. Let's go Inferno. I love Inferno. Inferno is such a fun part. That would be good for... I should do that for Beat My Combo. I should go with an Inferno Bay, like an Inferno Attack Bay. That'd be fun. That, or see if people would enter with... Use something that's got high recoil but not a defense tip, and see if people enter with more high recoil stamina tips and see which ones win. Yes. Fact. I wish I liked X more, because even like Burst, even though I wasn't a fan of it, I could respect it, you know? And I thought the bays looked gorgeous. There's nothing about X that interests me. It feels like Stropterflock said, it feels like everything it's like made with TikTok in mind, and I hate that. I just despise that. I really like longer form things than short form. I hate the loss of people's attention spans. I don't think that's a good thing just in general. This was the right move, moving the webcam right in front of me instead of having it way up there. I feel like even if I'm not looking directly at it, I'm looking closer to it than me talking while looking down. Okay. I will say as I talk more though, I don't pay as much attention. No, Inferno! I haven't even kept up with advertisement on X. I occasionally see YouTube ads for it. But that's it. I know somebody who likes X, and I was offered Exotics like 2 years ago or something. Offered to like ship me a bunch of X pays or something, but I was like, I don't think, or I think it was X. I don't think I was even gonna have to pay for them. I think it was just gonna ship. Maybe I would have had to. I mean, I did totally accept free stuff. I forget exactly, but I wasn't gonna buy them. And if he was gonna give them free, I was even like, even for free, I wouldn't use these. So I was like, sell them or whatever, you know, make money for yourself. I would probably take burst phase or something, but that's one thing. I would be interested if I found like a lot for Metal Fight that had some burst in it, because you occasionally see lots that are a little bit of a mix. If they were Takara Tomy, I'd take it. I wouldn't want burst phase though. I have one. I don't think it's as high quality. I've heard X has done a good job though with Hasbro. Like Hasbro has released like actual like random boosters or something as like bays, so that's cool. It sounds like their quality is better than it was, because I know quality for Hasbro was not good at the end of Metal Fight. Their 0G are nowhere near as good. My Phoenix, I can flip it over and the E230 will stick. My 3 Takara Tomy ones are incredibly loose and move a lot. I did not watch a lot of the anime. I watched occasionally because I like animation, and the animation as time goes on gets better. So Burst's animation was really nice, kind of like modern Pokemon. Although modern Pokemon switched its animation style a little bit, but you know, it's newer things have good animation, and when they're something like Beyblade or like what Pokemon would be, let me grab my Hasbro Burst Bay. It's this. I don't even know its name. I just got it because it was blue and pink, and we saw it at a CVS, and I was like, oh, that's cool. There's a Beyblade at CVS. I think I might have gotten one Bay at CVS. I don't like how they come apart, though. It's just weird. It doesn't feel as nice. It feels like a little bit cheaper than the Takara Tomy Bay is. Though part of that's because this one has a plastic outer ring, so I'm feeling extra plastic and not the metal. I think I've heard the X anime. Wait, no, I forget. I was talking to somebody about the anime. I forget what they said about it though. We're gonna search this. Oh. Okay. Somebody said that the I was talking to someone who said that the battles are shorter in X, and there's not as much hype. Oh geez, that's too loud. Okay. I saw Bay in the thumbnail, so I think I know what happens in the CBT now.
Last round, the worst round determined. Libras and Pages. We have Kingmaster Blader with well, supposed to be Earth Bowl.
I'll admit, I like going back and watching Metal Fights anime. I go look for like a clip, and then I'll end up watching like multiple battles or something because it's just really hype.
Yeah, I kind of tried to polish it, it didn't work, and now it's pretty crappy. So I
It is not crappy that Earth just has a little bit of white streaks
And
on
then
it.
we have Earth Weinstein, yeah.
So,
Face every Libra, JB145 RSF.
this Libra,
Skylander Bros 89 with Rock Pegasus 100 R squared F versus Bang Leon 7 with
okay.
Psych
So,
230.
I basically have not used that since the CBT. It is almost completely pristine, as you can see. I know this is not like crazy focused or anything, but yeah, there's no like paint really on this one. There's like a couple paint chips because I did battles with it right when I got it, but it's basically mint. And this Pegasus is the same. There is a couple of paint chips on the edges, but it's basically pristine as well. I stopped using them really shortly after because they looked really pretty. And that RF is also completely mint. If it'll show. I know it's blurry. Hopefully you can see it good enough. My first bay was Dark Bull, and then I picked out Earth Eagle before I left. I like Libra. There's some pretty nice Libras too, like random booster wise. There's one that's like kind of a bluish color, and there's purple as well. I've actually got the purple one, and I've got another green energy ring. I think the last lot I got, one of the last two, I had a bunch. There was a lot I had that had a good amount of days, but there was like a Libra or Sagittarius that was like slightly off, or like one thing was missing. So I've got like a Libra energy ring, and I think a few of the Libra parts, but not all of them extra. And I've also got a Libra with a really clean sticker and all that. Okay, so it's only been an hour. I feel I can get through another tournament probably after this one. I'd eventually like to get up to current time, eventually. Or at least as of what the latest CBT is as of now. I don't think I need to do a watch party if I do a CBT. Like, if I did another CBT, it'd be too recent. But every CBT at this point is at least a year old, so. Well, I guess I could use the cursor here. Yeah, I guess I could use the cursor here if I wanted to skip ahead. I was like, I have to look over my laptop. I don't know anything about the random boosters, but I hope they're good because that's good to know that they're good because that's what like Metal Fight I loved. Is honestly the random booster bays are super cool. Like this bay is also close. Rock Bull I just got. Shout out to Swift. Swift MFB. Him and Faifu's shop is really good quality. Strongest bladers, I can tell you exactly who the strongest bladers are by wins. Is a win what tells you who the strongest blader is, or is it like win percentage? Because you could enter one CBT and then be auto-entered into the next one and lose, and then never enter again, and you're just a one-loss blader, you know, with a big win record. But I can tell you exactly who has the most wins ever. So the number one blader is me, because I enter all the tournaments. Mega Turtles 10. So if you exclude me, I don't need to pause this because I know what happens. Mega Turtles, Helio Z, Pingu, Jerry Levin, Double Battle Bros, Wolborg MS, Raphael Steinwender, Ethan Kalbeck, Luke Pearson. Those are the 10 most non-me wins in tournaments on the channel. That being said, Ethan was really good for a while and was like 15-8 or something like that, like a good amount over 500. And now Ethan is under 500. Ethan's just entered a lot, so has a lot of wins. Ethan makes better combos though than his record. By win percentage, I feel like I was gonna put that in at some point, but I didn't. Mega Turtles is really good. Helio is one a little bit off of V230. There's some people like Wave, Selevsky, who've only entered a couple tournaments, but because of that, they like won or went far, so they only got 1 or 2 losses. Burns Bay, Channel, Hoppity Hop, and Ton are all 6-1. But I think you got to keep it going over a longer period of time. Okay.
That's the 80.
I remember. Well, I guess I did take a picture of the brackets, didn't I? But I know exactly all of what happens here. I remember this very clearly. Yeah.
Duo is with 81.45 good at first number. So,
If I'm not mistaken, both. Oh, that's awesome.
so the winner of this moves on to the semifinals.
I love the description that you have to sell a kidney. How rare is it compared to like Genball? How rare is it compared to Genball? Banded Gimbal. Because that's probably the random booster bay. I even more so than J Jupiter. The Jupiter also is worth a lot. That's a pretty bay, that Scythe Gasher.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for the semifinals.
Semifinals.
What's up, guys? Matthew from Master Bells, and today we have the semifinals. We have Phoenix.
Yeah.
With Earth
How does that Imperial Dragon compare to like Genball in terms of rarity?
WA130
Or Jupiter? Because those are like the two Metal Fight random boosters that are like
Vulcan Scorpios S1
head and shoulders above everything, right?
The Blade of Kyoyo with Earth Libra AD145.
I remember Lost Longinus, but I don't know Abyss Longinus.
Leon 7 with Scythe Gasher 230MP. There's a lot of new people, so I'm not.
Yeah, there's a bunch of new. I don't know. I barely recognize any of this. It was a common pull. Okay.
It's better than saying the wrong person. So. Okay, that was terrible.
How much is it worth now, though? I will say I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any common Metal Fight phase that are that rare. Yes, Cosmo Maker. Well, I'm assuming you're probably typing right now. That sounds cool.
Not being able to, or getting hit against the wall. Vulcan Scorpio is definitely a nice attack phase. But you definitely stand a chance against. Well, definitely give me.
Yeah, I remember who wins this one now.
I can see it being Earth Libra.
Okay. 381. Is that the entire thing or just that one day? That's a ton of money. That is a kidney.
It looks like he's not getting unlocked.
The
Not on a defense base, so he's not getting really.
I know the Genball one, like as a whole, is a lot of money. I think it's over 300. I might be wrong. I think it's over 300 though.
Defense combos have done good.
Because even I've looked at the Phoenix from those that are like 35. Like the cheapest one's 35. One of the Phoenix, and that's like the cheapest thing or one of the cheapest things. But everything else is like over 50. Complete set. Okay, that's still a lot. Genball's I think is like 300 something. It could, or is it more? Is it more? I could find this actually. Good old bays and bricks.
It's not usually half attack base or something, so they usually don't outstamina the standard.
Bays and bricks. Metal fusion. Metal fight.
So they usually don't do as good.
Okay.
But in this case,
So the
defense bay
attack balance set
set is really heavy.
is $300. The defense stamina set is $600. And Bays and Bricks says that the Genball is 800, and the other Genball is 269. Though I think these are like new. I think these are new, for what it's worth. I know, right? That's what I always thought. I was like, it's the green shell or the red shell.
Oh, you know what? It's best 3 to 5.
I thought there was a thing. The free 230 bay Thief Saruman is 109. Ninja Griff. Shinobi Griff is 40. Archer Phoenix is 47. Pirate Phoenix is 37. Archer Killerkin is 38. And Banded Killerkin is 57. Banded Killerkin has the W2D. The other Genball. Okay. I think it depends. Like, I know there's some places like Amazon I think would sell like either Sono Kong for a little bit, you know? So they're not all like rapidity type fakes, you know? But I think some things might be mid fakes. I'm not entirely sure. But I know like Amazon, you can get some things that are like Sonokong. I remember it was trying to check if something that I got when I got the Griff and the Gyarados, like if they're fake, and then I saw that there's barely any mid fakes of 0G bays apparently, and the list of bays that were there on the Amazon listing, someone was like, I think they said they were Sonokong, and it was like 4 of the 5 or 6 that this person was selling. So I was like, awesome, I'll totally get a Sonokong out of the box so it was cheaper, but they're still really shiny and everything, you know? So I mean, the stickers are pristine still. Like, they don't even have any, like, you know, scratches on the edges, you know, like this face bolt does, you know? There's nothing like that on those. Saramonda's cool. The problem I have with Saramonda is this is my biggest complaint with 0G random boosters. I think the 0G random boosters are sick. I think they give awesome 6 stickered and colored combinations for all the crystal wheels and metal wheels. The problem is they overuse Saramonda to death. So there is 8 bays in a random booster, right? Yeah, there's 8 bays in a random booster, right? And one of them is the main bay. So there's 3 random boosters, which means there's 7, right? 7 bays. Now, we're going to pause this for a second. The Phoenix one did not come with another Phoenix, but the 0G for Volume 3 did, right? So let's just swap 2 real quick. Right, there's the Prize Bay, and then there's a double of Genbul, a double of Phoenix, even though it's the wrong one, and a double of Gargoyle. So that leaves 18 bays for the other 666 for those other random boosters, right? 5 of those 18 are Saramonda. I forget how it's split up between them, if it's like 3-2-1. I think, yeah, there's one in, or 2, I think it's like 2-2-1 or it's 3-1-1. There's only one in Volume 3, right? But there's, like, one of them I think has like 3 Saramondas, and there's one in like 2 other ones, but there's just too many Saramondas in the random boosters. There's also, like, something, actually, I put this down at one point. Oh, we're at the end. Let me search this up real quick. I know who I sent it to. Okay. Please, internet, search. There we go. Okay, yeah, it says that the internet just like is dying for a second. Internet might be dropping for a sec. Make sure I put that out there before anything happens. Open widget. Okay. Yeah. I don't think there's anything I can do. Now it's me. I'm not gonna watch anything though while it's deciding to suck. As long as this is saying that it's not doing well, I'm gonna wait and make sure that we're all good before anything happens. I, on my phone, am still searching something and it's not going through, so I know there's an internet problem here. So we're gonna give it a second. Let me try searching this again. Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, it got stuck. Error. Stream settings. Okay, no, analytics. Okay, it still says poor on my analytics page. So we're gonna keep pause for a second. It's okay. Let me find this message I sent. Where is it? Okay, we're good. Now it says, now it's showing it's back. Okay. I still want to find this message though. Whoops. Let me put that, well, no. This back up, and then, okay. Oh, wait, what? Oh, there it is, okay. So, that adds up to 8, 11, 19. Okay, so I counted the extra Phoenix, right? But there is between the 3 random boosters for 0G if you exclude the prize bay and the double metal wheel of the prize bay. So one of the Volume 3 Phoenix in place of something in Volume 2. Genbull, and then Gargoyle, right? There's 18 left. There was 5 Sarmondas, 3 Ephrids, 3 Erosias, 2 Revisors, 2 Griffs, 2 Killerkins, and another Phoenix. The 2 Killerkins were together. I know that. That is way overdoing it. Like, why wasn't Wyvang? Why wasn't Balro? Why wasn't Pegasus? Why wasn't Gyarados? Why wasn't Bahamdia? Why wasn't Dragoon? Why weren't any of these things? Now we're going to continue. I do like Galaxy Cancer, but I like this bull more because I like not being perfectly clear. I like having a little bit of color. But I think the clear looks really good on like Scythe, where you've got that purple too. I think it looks amazing on that. Though I'd also argue Aquario and Cygnus and regular Gasher also look good on it. Okay, thankfully the internet came back. Praise the Lord. Yeah, this is why I don't stream often, is because of that. Jerry's in the chat. I was just looking up the message that we were talking about all the Saramondas and Ephrids when I counted them up. That it's just insane. 533. Like what? Shout out to Exotics. I got the Thief Saramonda from him. And that Thief is currently on a Garago, just to make it Garago. I agree, we should have Tiger Bay. Where's my...
Good luck to both of you guys. And,
are they anywhere? Yes.
I'm gonna take my not essential launcher.
Yes, we should have had a Tiger Bay.
So, here we go. So I will be
Yeah, you're not wrong. If the metal wheels suck, I feel like you could probably use most plastic wheels if you really wanted to, but Zero G isn't very... Yeah. There's no... The crystal wheels are already not as good because you want to sync them up anyway, and they're generally not as good as just regular metal fight bays, like with a few exceptions like Bandit or whatever, you know, Bandit combos. So you could technically probably use any crystal wheel, just like you could definitely use any energy ring, even though some are better than others. Yeah, a lot of the metal wheels suck in Zero G. That's why I wish there was just more though, because I need a tool. Where's the tool? Here's the tool. Just for more variety's sake, because there's also a lot of stuff that's good. Big Gyarados is totally good. Balro is good. Wyvang is good. Revisor is good. Killerkin's good. Genbull's good. So there's a lot of good stuff. I just wish it more. Grago can be good. Honestly, that was an awesome battle. I usually don't do combo requests outside of yours. I'll do a lot. I won't do all, but I'll do a lot of your regular ones. I really liked that one. That was fascinating. Vulcan Herogium. Picking up any bay that's mentioned. I gotta stop doing this. I don't have too many bays nearby me. This bay is pretty cool. I kind of wish the Herogium color was just a little bit lighter, but you can put it in the light and it's pretty good. I don't think Gargoyle is any good. I know you like it, but I don't think Gargoyle is particularly good. I also don't like its stickers. I think they're a little bit too thin. That's kind of like what I like about Griff, is Griff's stickers are pretty thick, so it's easy to see. Grago's too. Some of these bays don't have... Dual camera angles is back! That's a great idea. I kind of want to bring back dual camera angles. I think this is cool. I think this could be really cool. I plan on, whenever I do a CBT next, I plan on having some graphics too. Give it some stats and all that.
Looks like made it to the finals and is gonna fall.
Yeah, sure. What are your other combos from your AU? Yeah, this is an awesome BD145. This is a cool RS too. What's my favorite random booster bay? I don't know. I'd have to like look at the list of what's a random booster bay. I have less of a connection, I think, to a lot of the random booster bays, because even the 2-pack base from Hasbro I had as a kid. My favorite 2-pack bay is Inferno Bixus, probably, if I'm being honest. I don't know what my favorite random booster bay is, though. I like the ones that were in this one. What was it? 7 was Herogiums? Was it 7? 7 or 8?
So, Scythe Gasher is your winner, knocking off Lacerda. So, Bangleo 7 wins the CBT.
Okay, so what we're going to do, a genius idea by me, we are going to take CBT and we're going to hide it for a quick second so I can pull up the next CBT and just play all and not look at the sidebar. There we go. And now we're back. So there's no spoilers in the thumbnails. Then I put the channel. Rock Capricorn's really cool looking. I'm going to look up a list. Beyblade random boosters. Can I say 0G? Beyblade random boosters. Yeah, can I say Genball? Can I say Shinobi Genball? Wyving. Oh, this is, look at that, SW145. I currently have that on my Sarumandah. I made a custom Sarumandah. Because that Sarumandah is kind of fun. Rock, Pegasus, Hades Gill, and Twisted the Fall. Okay, I've got all those but Hades Gill. I've got the Energy Ring to Hades Gill, but not the rest of it. I did see one for, like, not too crazy of a price, but it was really messed up. Okay. I'm going to ignore the plastic gen ones, even though there's some sick color combinations in there and some sick color parts. Rock Capricorn's really cool. I do like that there's 2 eagles and a blue Gasher, though, in that Virgo one. Cetus. Burn Unicorn is pretty cool because I just got it. Killer Befalls. Okay, that's the one with Galaxy Cancer and Galaxy Sagittario and all that, and Burn Sagittario. Oh, Flame Gemios is cool. I've always wanted Flame Cancer. Nightmare Lacerda 8145 flat ball. That's a pretty neat combo. Beatlinks. Yeah. So yeah, Beatlinks is Vulcan Herogiums. That one had really cool ones. It was another yellow Herculeo, because there's like, what, 4 of those? Jerry can confirm. I think there's 4 of them. Hell Herculeo is pretty cool, though. I do like the Hell Herusius. And the Cyclone. And there's Destroyers. That one was pretty neat overall. J Jupiter. Jupiter's is the one that has Eonis, Crown, Fox. Oh, Hell Crown's in that one? Oh, man. No wonder why that's rare. Hell Crown is not my favorite, though, nor is in Eonis. Whoops, I clicked on that one again. Who's in Fusion Hades? And that's the one with Cloud Gemio, or Cloud Lyre, Cloud Gemios, Crash Scorpio, Beelzebubs, and Eldrago Rush, and Eldrago Assault. I'm going to say that my favorite random booster bay is Flame Gemios. Flame Gemios, I like Burn Unicorno because of its colors. I don't know, the ones that are like this, I don't have many of these that are cooler, like the later ones, because those are all like the most expensive ones. No, Fusion Hades didn't. Oh, let me take a picture of this. No, it's too expensive. It's $30. There we go. Dexterity's a legend, by the way. I don't want to spend $30. I got this along with the other 2 bays for like 50, which is pretty good. That's like $17 a bay. Oh, look how shiny that is. Flame Gemios is just good. Like, it's a really good bay. I do like that Galaxy Sagittario came with the purple CS. I really wanted Flame Cancer, because I've thought about getting that one, but it's just not quite a priority. It's like in the next tier of bays. Then, I'm currently job searching, so maybe I can get a nice paycheck and get some bays. Get a little bit more. I'm a big saver, though, anyway. I need to get a mic. I've got Amazon money, though, so I might use that. Thermal Libra BD. I like that.
Phoenix, I guess,
That's a nice one.
and then Phoenix Extensions had dollar garbage for that.
You know, people. I feel like people like to with like evolutions. I feel like people want to give Eagle. Like you gave it. I like the Counter Leon one too. I feel like people want to give Eagle. I'm a big Bull fan. I love Bull. Bull's my first bay. I'm biased. They want to give Eagle like big wide defense. Big wide defense is terrible. It's a fun tip, but it's not very good. Maybe I should use it for beat my combo. I'll make like a goofy. I'll make a goofy Eagle bay. There we go. That's the idea. Beat my combo is gonna be one of those like, what if Eagle had an evolution base and it's gonna suck and everybody's gonna beat it and I'm gonna laugh. Also, real quick, what kind of tip is this? Like, excuse me? I know it's blurry. What the hell is that? Chris Eagle. Chris Eagle, Edge. This looks like it's terrible. I feel like I gotta give it wing 145. Edge. That just it looks bad. I like the concept. Like I love the There's more actually. You know what? Let's grab the burst base. Some of them, not all of them. Okay, we grabbed a chunk. Oh, that's cool. So I always thought this one on the Gen 2 Excalibur, the Xeno Excalibur, was pretty cool. The like half rubber, half plastic. I think Valkyrie's like spiked rubber thing is pretty neat, even though it wears down. Whatever made this was, I think this is cool, this spinning piece. Is it good? I don't know. This ball that has like the edge kind of things on it, but not entirely, is kind of neat. And obviously like a kind of BD on Ragnarok. So this is behind me. We're rewatching old custom Beyblade tournaments. This is from probably 2015.
Get the knockout. That second one was weird because I just kind of like I did the rubber flat. I'm gonna call it the rubber flat.
Which one? Gen 1 or like Gen 2 or something further down the line? Wait, I never got my Valkyrie that I won in Exotics' giveaway. I never got that. I wouldn't have had anything to face it against, to be fair, but still. Like I said, burst bays look really cool. Like, this is a cool looking bay. Actually, Excalibur looks really cool. But even the new ones look even cooler than these, honestly. I love the way burst looks. Heck, I think this bay's cool. My favorite burst bay, I don't have one. We could do a live draft battle. It'd have to be after this, though. It would. I'd probably have to get it going from my phone. Because, well, I mean, I can use this webcam. If I could clip this webcam in a good place, I could probably do one easy. I don't really want to take a bunch of bays apart at the moment, though. We'll set this up sometime. We'll set this up sometime. I wouldn't want to do that because I want plastic against metal. I would like to do a like champion CBT though. I've thought about that. It's just that'd be hard to get going as well. Except for the Bulby appearance, most of this music is Glitch X City. Though the last thing actually was Heiko, wasn't it? No. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. The last one was Heiko. No, it was Glitch X City still. That was Route 47. I realize I've watched some of these people I use music from for a long time. You don't think about time, and then you occasionally think about time, and you're like, oh my goodness.
So.
I know there's a lot of cool ones. It's just because I didn't own them. It's hard for me to like pick out a favorite for burst.
I don't think I need to slide
Oops.
shoes to the face switch up. And Pegasus Griff is going to be a quick knockout on Pegasus.
That's a pretty cool bay. I like the black and gold and silver. That does look like a flash.
It's faster than much better, so doesn't
Except I don't like Final Drive.
well, we did not get the knockout there, so
Okay, this is Darkest Blader with the legendary.
he's going to get the late knockout here.
This was a random combo. Pegasus Griff. I love Pegasus. Pegasus looks awesome. I didn't have its stickers on at that point. Wow. Can we talk about how random boosters give really cool colors for random parts? Like this blue hole flat has a really pretty blue. Slow-mo!
Oh my gosh.
Like this whole hole flat is terrible, but this is such an awesome color.
So,
I think I've seen Rage Longinus.
So now we have
Rage Longinus. Yeah, I've seen Rage Longinus. I know Longinus was pretty good. I think that Longinus or one of the Longinus, I think was one of the ones that I remember was like really hard to KO. Ooh.
okay, so Death is just gonna knock Ultraman out right away.
This is Happy Dragonite that's playing. I don't use Happy Dragonite as much because it's reorchestrated, so it doesn't always fit like battles, you know? But I like the songs a lot. I think they're cool.
Okay, yeah, let's not focus it there. Back to corner.
Yeah, I should get
Yeah,
a
the
new mic.
background's much brighter.
I know nobody's complaining about the mic. It's just my microphone does not have its cord is broken. So it has to have something above it propping up or it falls out. And it's also, it's a blue snowball. I got it in like 2013 or something. So I've had it at least 10 years, if not more. 10 years minimum, if not more. I probably should upgrade. Let me send some messages out and ask people about what mics they have.
So if Death makes it past this, it's going to be pretty good. Blake Korea has a really good record. Since I restarted my stats. I keep stats in once. He is 6 and 3 right now. Basically, he's gone at least one round in every tournament. Or if he hasn't, he's not played. And Medio Ultra Dragon's going to win. So maybe Blake Korea won't make it.
This is, yeah. No, I know nobody's complaining about the mic. It's just this is really, really old. Ooh, KO again.
Lucky knockout. That is there's one of the electrocution.
Half the time when I'm setting the stream up, it tells me that they can't find the map.
So the player Kiyomi is going to
What format? You gotta tell me what format. Do you want unlimited? Do you want standard?
he almost
Okay, so my launch isn't great, so wide flat can't really get over the ridge to bounce off the wall into the middle. So, and it's kind of hard to sliding shoot with a wide flat. So, my Screw Unicorno, that's probably the biggest weakness, and also just wide flat in general. Like, there's a lot of recoil, but it's not a rubber tip, so there's less control over it. But I won J-Blader CBT2 with it, so it's always going to be my favorite combo.
Hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to like,
We're
comment,
going
share,
to
see you guys
skip
later.
to the next one.
So guys, Matthew from Master and today we have round 3 of the CBT. We have
Smarter responded.
we have
Okay.
Prince Alibaba with Blitz Striker DD in flat mode against Rahu Locken with Hamdia Dragoon WA130 GF. Then we have Dexterity with Garago Gimbal E230 MB versus
Okay, one friend is a blue Yeti. I know.
Truckle now with Balro.
I feel like that'd probably be the
Garago
one.
Balro, SA165.
Spriggan Rec Room.
I was assuming it'd be this mode. I don't know why you have it. I don't know. I feel like this mode is the.
Gotta look up Spriggan Requiem. Spriggan.
Okay, so here we go.
I don't like that gold as much. Too much. Can you sell me one, Jerry?
Oh wow. 'Cause,
How much? There's actually somebody selling one, but it's got the... You know the blue Aquaria that's got the aqua and gold RF? It's got that bottom on it, and it's like 35 bucks. I'm like, nah, I'll keep my red gasher.
okay.
are we looking at now?
I hate Giga Flat. That's just like the GB10. It's so annoying.
Oh, this is Bomb Beach Green. Okay. I hate Giga Flat. I still hate Giga Flat. Giga Flat sucks. Dude, my videos have come so far since this time. Like, now I do editing, post-production. Yeah, I don't want to get it. I would rather get that, like, Death Aquario BD or whatever that was there on eBay for a bit. Like, I would have rather gotten that. Gotten good parts. Yeah, so I now, like, edit post, like, lighting and stuff like that. I obviously have more slow-mo, which I think we just started seeing slow-mo. This is on my old HC2109. I like Giga Flat in the Zero G Stadium. I should do another Zero G tournament sometime, like Zero G Stadium tournament. I would want to, it would be separate from the rest of the CBTs. Mine look good, but they sometimes don't seem to work, my gold RFs. It's weird, because they look really great. See ya, Star Opter Flock. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah.
So far, since I came back after a long break and stuff, on and off, that's when I restarted
It's this. There you go.
Stats.
Gold RF.
Well,
This area is actually 4 or 5 in a row. So if he wins this tournament, he's going to be since I restarted. And because he came from round 1 too, since he came from round 1, he's 5-0, not 4-0. So he's ahead of all the other players. I think he's number 2 behind Bloody Kid.
Yeah, it looks really good and it looks clean, but sometimes it's a bit funny. Though I feel like I've got a lot of RFs that are like that look pretty good or are good on paper but don't seem to quite work how you want them. I'd like to know where my purple one came from, because I think I've got a, if I'm not mistaken, I've got a purple RF, but that's normally on Flame Cancer, and I don't have Flame Cancer. I want it, but I don't.
It started to stabilize it a little bit, but that's not enough.
I don't have any of those colors except for the energy ring of Hades Gill. What's this Blitz Bay again? Blitz Striker Delta Drive. Okay. I think Vixteri's gonna take this one. Shout out to Vixterity, honestly. Vixterity rocked.
And yeah, so that is okay. So Vixterity's going to move on to the semifinals with he will be facing either.
Oh! This is the one. This is the one. Okay, everybody, get ready for the greatest battle ever. This is the greatest battle I've ever seen. Not this one. It's the next one.
Reborn of the Dragon Emperor Duo, Jimmy SBD, and this one Focus. There we go. And King Master Blade with Metal Face. Metal Face heavy flasher off 8145.
This one.
True Anime Fan with Duo Pegasus. Metal Face heavy Duo Pegasus. Left wing
Attack duo
against Skelly Boy with Vulcan.
against Vulcan Horatius with a WD. This battle was amazing. I feel like I launched hard when I watched these old ones. Ooh. Okay, here we go. Ah, this battle rocked. The way these base hit was crazy. That was like a special move almost. He like leaped onto Duo Pegasus and then went out of the stadium. That's like my favorite round of battles I've ever had. Even this, it's just it like flies off the wall. But Duo has like no attack power either. And it just kind of like bounced around. So much fun. The way it like hit Duo or Hoovers just so effortlessly like into the wall, and it just go off a couple times. I have no idea. I have no idea if Duo is attack mode or not. I just know it's Duo against Vulcan, which is just weird. Because who's ever using attack Duo? And who's ever using Vulcan with WD like that, you know? But you just had a crazy battle where Vulcan just seemed to bounce off the walls until they get taken out. Look at that. Duo got a win with its stamina. I might go one more tournament after this. I'm not at 2 hours yet, but I think I've got a longer window. I think I've got probably till like 5:30ish. Well, I don't know. I'm the only one in the house from roughly 3:20 or 3 o'clock. I started a little bit after that till like 5 something. But at least I think a little bit more. I do have to record though, so maybe not. We'll see.
So, Dark Beyblade with his combo Phantom Wolf has been able to out-stamina really everything.
Phantom Wolf 145 wide ball.
This new wide ball tip has been enough to out-stamina the
that is quite a combo.
Giving it more stamina and giving it an edge.
So he beat out Killer Kid Revised or Ground 1, okay.
Darkest Player's combo has been able to knock out his opponents, getting the win he had, yeah.
Darkest Splitter with the Enter Me a Random combo. Your Bay partner is iconic.
Is pretty defensive with Death and BD. Dexterity is amazing with combos, and yeah, he can win with like.
This is just meta. This is super meta.
Basically, this combo tanked every hit and outstanding pace with the ET30, and the true anime fan basically just knocked Versus all over the place and out stamina flashes Rafa, and then even got a knockout in the second round. So,
okay.
Started, we have Dark Beybladers versus Darkest Beyblade.
I think I know who wins this one overall.
So this is going to be a test for Dark Beybladers. He has an attack bay. He's going to lose round 1.
Ooh.
He's going to win round 2 though, so it's 1-1.
I haven't watched these in a while, but I just kind of have them in my memory for some of these. Some of these I don't know entirely, but some of these I'm pretty sure.
He's going to get the knockout, so Darkest Blader.
Like just going into round 1 and seeing the bay, you know? I know who wins limited format CBT3, I know that. And there's a couple that I won, so I know those too. We're actually not far off if we're in 22. Yeah. So we have 23, 24, 25 at limited 3. I know we got. Then we're back to the present. I already did a watch through of limited CBT 4 and 5. So I'd probably do 6 and 7. You exist in limited format CBT7, which is at least not the next stream, but the stream after, probably at minimum, at earliest. I don't own Forbidden, so I cannot say how good or bad it is. I'll take your word for it. Nightmare's alright. I mean, it is NB, so I guess you could knock NB off balance, but...
So, yeah, the true anime fan has a nice combo.
Oh, we got one more.
Duo does help it out stamina the other attack combos in return, and Duo helps it tank hits.
Nightmare feels like it's in the same tier as, like, Dark. Or it's like, Not awful,
Flash.
but not like amazing or anything.
I don't think Flash at this height.
From my experience.
Flash with 105 height wouldn't even be able to do much to this combo.
Okay.
Because I've seen like a bunch of past turn.
Dexterity and Darkest Blader each won like
Plus,
2
yeah,
CBTs or something, I think.
Max battles.
That or like one got to the finals a bunch of times and the other one won like 2.
CBT22 finals, we have Dexterity with Garago Gimbal, E230 Middle Ball, and Darkest Blader with a random combo.
Because one of these two won 20, but I don't remember which one. I know Dexterity wins a future one. And
Dexterity has been able to take hits and outstamina opponents.
one of them wins this one, obviously.
Darkest Blader's been able to knock out opponents. So, let's see.
You combined sentences. Forbidden better than Nightmare. Nightmare is just okay. Oh, just over.
He's going to get the early knockout on Dexterity.
This is a good music choice. Team Aqua and Magma Boss Battle Remix. Oh, another KO.
Second knockout on Dexterity. Dexterity is now down 2-0.
This is why Jerry runs tall Barra Bagheera's. Or if he wants, he can run Bagheera's now.
And Dexterity is going to
Or if he doesn't, somebody has something to run with Barro, the extra Barro.
all of the tournaments though have been 3-0s. It's ridiculous.
I think they're a mix. I think they're fun though. I like the Eagle one. I think the Eagle one's really good. I think Ray Gill, for example, your partner, is fun.
Everything is
Just
3-0.
make sure you don't enter those into standard CBTs. You probably want a little bit of an upgrade. Like the Omega combo you ran back in 27. Okay, so. Now, I guess we gotta go to my channel real quick. I guess I clicked the regular thing. Videos. Oh, not videos. Playlists. Go check out the Fire Emblem Let's Play. Oh yeah, we got a real quick goodbye CBT screen for a second. Okay, actually real quick. So, Jerry, let's answer your question. So here is 23, and we got 24. A round robin one if we want to watch it. 25. Limited format CBT3. Then we already watched through limited format 4 and 5, which I guess I didn't make the playlists for them until later, or do I not have playlists for them? Do I not have playlists for those? Shoot, I might have to make some playlists. Anyway. Oh no, they're down here. There we go. Limited format 4 and 5. So I'm not going to watch a remaster of 1. So 6 was the last one before Jerry, and then Jerry is 7. So we have to go through 23, 24, 25, limited 3, and then up to 6. But you'd at least recognize people in 6, because that's like Team Intel and Ethan and stuff like that. Now, we're going to disappear this for a second as I click play all on 23. Don't look at the sidebar because I don't want to be spoiled myself. And then we can open this back up. Oh, it's the black background, except it's a little bit too blue.
The intro for CBT23.
There you go.
Wow, I think it's 23 already. Huh.
On it, just I say that because when you're doing standard and 4D,
I don't remember actually. I think
you just need something. If you want to have a chance, you have to use something that's a bit more stronger than Ray. Ray works for the limited tournaments, but for a 4D or a standard, you need something that's a bit harder. What do I use in this? Is this the first? I think this is the first Gasher.
Yeah, limited format isn't going to be often thing, but yeah, CBT 23, 24, I think it's 23. No, like I said, no bans except no illegal combos, obviously. I need to do the shadows still. Oh.
Yeah, so I got Duo Gasher. Okay.
What's up, guys? Matthew from Matt's Big.
We don't really need to watch the rest of that, do we?
We have the CBT 23, 24 Blazers. We have the thing here. So yeah. That bothers me. There's an extra line. So let's zoom in here. Focus. Everybody's here. And I'm just gonna say, holy crap. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
6 attack base?
7, 8, 9, I guess.
Oh, this is a 24 blader.
10, 11,
I should have looked before starting this. I knew this was a longer term. I probably would have said, okay, we'll do this another day. But I'm still under 2 hours, so.
Another attack combo. So 12
I don't think anybody's gonna
attack
bother
combos,
me.
that's half of them.
I'll just have to shut my door.
Man, let's see. I kind of hope attacks dominate here. So let's randomize. And so the top 8 move on automatically.
Dexterity.
Redhorn Blader, Newborn of the Dragon Emperor, WBO Mike, True Anime Fan, Phoenix King, Jonah Blader, WBO, and
Okay, I know Dexterity's at the top, so I can see all of them with that picture I took.
Get this close to me. So here we go. So I'm right with that. So Darkest Blader and Skelly Boy, winner face Dexterity.
I'm gonna really get a better
Tube
picture
and
now.
Isaiah Thomas, winner face Redhorn Blader.
Isaiah Thomas, legend.
Me and Bay Boy, and the winner face Newborn of the Dragon Emperor. Then Alpha King and Flame Bix
Yeah, that's a
TT,
bit better
winner
picture.
face WBO
Not as
Mike.
blurred.
And both of those are more defensive based. So
They're both
they could
outclassed.
give, W Mike some
Blitz is
combos
probably a
as
little
well,
bit better.
Than Mr. Optimus and Prince Alibaba.
Blitz is
Winner
probably a
that
little bit
was
better.
Mr. Anime Fan.
Blitz
Block
is
and
better,
Vintage
but
Libra, winner
both are a
Battle
bit
Face,
outclassed.
Phoenix King,
But if you want to go with, if those are
Blue
like your
Blader,
style,
Beyblade
then I
is
would
winner
choose
Battle
Blitz
Face,
over
Jonah Blader,
Omega.
WBO.
But Omega's a good
Blader
backup
face,
option if
winner
nobody,
that will
like
face
if Blitz has been taken.
Blackout Blader. So
I will say I try not to use my blitzes though in standard because there's a lot of really heavy stuff and blitz has a propensity to break at times.
those are the
So who do you guys think wins? Put your guesses in the chat. Who's gonna win the seed? This is 24 bladers, so yeah, 9, 10 face 1, 11, 12 face 2, etc. I think I know who wins this one, so I'm not going to make my guesses. Actually, I'm not entirely sure. I think I know the 2 finalists, though. Yeah. Put your guesses in the comments below.
Because I need to. It's getting late. I might wait a little bit because, gosh, I've got the perfect lighting when it's at night. Oh, when there's no light at all, even coming from my window, because like when it's, because even light kind of gets through my curtains and stuff.
Stop
But when it's,
shaking
like, dark
me.
outside and I have my light off, and I've got the perfect lighting, so I'm gonna wait.
No, I don't want to have
But yeah, good luck to everybody. Oh, yeah, good luck to everybody, and I will say this. Man, combos to watch out for, unless something really unlucky happens, like they face small attackers. WBO Mike. Combos like his, and combos like Darkest Blader.
I wonder what happened to WBO Mike.
Easily dominate this
I think I was in like a
Active
chat or
attack,
something with
get
him
out,
a few years ago at one
loses
point, but I
stamina,
don't know what happened to him.
some balance, and a one defense. But
He was good at photography.
Gosh, his combo, unless again, he got kind
I'm
of
a big photography fan, so it's cool to see.
What's up, guys? Matthew.
Look at this. Okay, this lighting is a heck of a lot better. This is close to what I'm doing right now with the latest videos. Trying to bring this back because I really like how this looked.
There we go. Okay, so
Just my poster boards are a lot more scuffed because it's the exact same ones I had 10 years ago.
22 or 24 Blader tournaments. Somehow overnight I got to 18 and I was like, okay, or I got enough people to where it's like, okay, I'm at like 16, 17 with a ton of people who just need to respond to, because their combo was taken. So, or a part was taken from their combo. Some people turned their replies off.
You got, I think you won a match and then you lost is what happened. That or you got, I think what happened is you were randomized, it was a 24 blader, so you got randomized in that top 8. So I think I think 2 people faced, one of them won and faced you. I think you beat them, but then you lost in the quarterfinals. So you went 1-1 if I remember correctly.
Here we go.
With that, when you got Omega.
Round 1 with Darkest Blader.
Pegasus Grip, SA165 RF.
165 RF versus Skelly Boy with Twisted Bolt GB145.
I love this. This feels like the prime of 2015-2016 Master Battles. That's what this feels like.
I think the lighting should be fine.
Ooh. Ooh.
And Darkest Blader is going to win round 1.
Let's go. Darkest Blader's gonna win again.
He's going to win round 2 with another easy stadium out. So Skelly Boy early on is eliminated. Very unlucky match. I don't think even Metal Ball with Twisted is going to take on this combo. So
OBS. There you go.
Skelly Boy has been eliminated. Now both of these two are champions. Dexterity won the last 24 Blader CBT coming out of round 1, which put him ahead of everybody in a stats. And Darkest Blade
Dexterity, if you look at the full rankings, is still really good in stats. I think Dexterity is just outside of the top 10 now because there's multiple people with 20 wins. And I rank by wins first and then losses. I mean, it is more impressive to be like 21-5 than Ethan's 23-26, but I can't rate people who go 6 or 7-1 and only entered like 2 CBTs in the same lines as like Ethan.
He might have trouble with Dexterity because he's not going to be able to get a good direct hit on him, but oh my gosh.
The CBT rocked. I think out of the ones we've watched, this is my favorite, if I remember correctly.
Like that first hit. That's one thing I never liked.
I'm actually invested into it.
Where's my tool? I'll make sure to be close to my camera when I talk.
Where is my tool?
Where's my tool? There it is. Found it. Okay, so.
Okay,
yes,
I was going to skip ahead a little bit.
I've noticed that ZRG base can come loose really easily.
Yeah, they do.
I have to make sure they stay tight. Wonder if this moves on. Let's go. Oh my gosh, Dexterity. Lucky wall
I'll be
saves.
honest, I think W2D loses here, but that's just regular WD.
Cost Darkest Blader. Every single time he's hit Dexterity hard, Dexterity's gone straight to a wall. And that is going to do it for Darkest Blader. Dexterity moves
I still have
on.
my stickers for
That's
Gunvolt.
very lucky for him. Whenever he got knocked, bam, right into the wall. Saved him. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you guys later.
Okay.
What's
No
up,
problem
guys?
if
Matthew
you're
from
late to
Mass
reply,
Battles.
that's fine.
Today we have round 2 of CBT 23. So we have Sakibtube GT,
Okay, keep two.
Saramanda Baro, S130,
Saramanda.
Left River Flat, and Isaiah Thomas with Diablo Leon, ED145,
Ooh.
GCF. The winner of that will
Isaiah
face
Thomas is a OG.
Redhorn Blader with Scythe Wolf, D125 Metal Ball.
Hasbro scythe because I didn't get a Karatomi scythe until a couple years ago.
Here it is.
I got one back in like 2021 when I was uploading again, or like late 2020, and then I got one a couple years ago when 4D was starting up because I wanted more than one scythe. I noticed Sakib2 was in a few of these, so I don't remember Sakib2 but like name-wise, but I recognize the name, but I don't know if that was someone that was like in the Google Hangouts chats back in the day.
Yeah. He's gonna take the second match. This bay would have benefited, assuming everybody gets in for is the first one. This bay would have benefited from our squared F. I don't know if it might have been taken.
Back in the day, we all used to be in like YouTube, or not Google. It was like Google Hangouts, and there'd be like a dozen of us or half a dozen of us, and we just chat or get on calls.
Scythe is pathetically weak in defense. Like, gosh. What would I compare it to?
Look at that Borrow with no sticker. I've got stickers now for I keep the I've got a Borrow with stickers, and then my other one is what goes on the other side. So that one is Killer Ken. So I've got Killer Ken on the other face bolt since I've got doubles in these sets.
Who knows? This is not my good LRF.
Ooh, so close.
Oh wow, he's not gonna be able to get the
GCF stamina isn't great. It's good for those like free 230 bays, you know, that are like left rotation. But I prefer XF to GCF myself.
So,
and wide flat to circle flat, if you're not in the ZRG stadium.
In the quarterfinals. So, I hope you guys enjoyed.
So we got the site bay.
Subscribe and share.
Okay.
What's up, guys? Matthew from Mass Battles, and today I have CBT23 round 3, my round.
Foot back.
Yeah, my round.
This is a 24-player CBT.
Bay Boy with Earth Aquario, the WJ130 Q. I've got Duo Gasher, Metal Face Heavy Duo Gasher, 230 Metal Ball.
I'll do the base first.
And the winner of that will face Newborn of the Dragon Emperor with Saramanda Ifrid.
So, for 24-blader CBTs, I randomize myself and double battle Blurros into round 1. So I'll take the first randomization that has that, along with Ethan too. Ethan a long time ago asked, so usually I do the first one that all three of us are in round 1. So if I'm in round 2 automatically, I'll re-randomize, and I'll just do it until the first one that all three of us are there.
Especially if you're here early, you do not want it. It's one thing, for the later people, because they're about as good as an old or squared up, but it's not like W. Mike. I was like, RF taken. He does not want it. Like, oh my gosh.
GCF is really good in the 0G stadium, where the stadium is moving. Though Giga Flat's even better than that. I think it's easier to get an XF to go into the middle, though.
My RF, like, in the beginning, go for R squared F. RF for R squared. The new RF, if it's not taken.
I now have good
No,
RFs, by
R
the way.
squared F,
And
because
R
it's
squared Fs.
just so much better. So I'm gonna move on. Bayboy is eliminated.
Okay, I'm moving on.
As you can see, this is how bad it is.
Oh my gosh.
It's not that good. It barely is keeping me.
XF supremacy.
It's spinning more like a semi-flat. I'm spinning faster. I'm just spinning in a triangle.
That was awful. By the way, look at that beautiful Ephod.
So,
I think that's one of the
looks like I'm
X set
gonna win
Ephods with
Yeah.
the
honestly,
yellow Ephod face bolt. That's my favorite Ephod of all time. Actually, that's probably my favorite 0G of all time is that Ephod. I do really like Pegasus though. Ooh.
Oh, I got hit,
But now it's
but I
one.
got hit to I'm not getting it again.
Man. The
So it
RFs
looks
back
like
in the day were rough.
I'm going to take this match, and I'm going to finally move. I'm like 4-4. Yeah, I think I'm 4-4. I'm doing so bad right now in my CBTs. My record is bad.
Actually, yeah, we can fact check that because we just watched all these. CBT 19, I lost in round 1 to Avenger Blader. CBT 20, I made a semifinals run and then forfeit against Darkest Blader because we kept tying over and over again because it was a duo like W2D versus like Medio W2D battle. CBT 21 was the first one today. That was the Phoenix Master one. I lost round 1, and then the last one was the limited one. I lost in round 1 with that Phantom combo, I think. And then
I've been doing
CBT
so much
22,
in
I don't
matchups.
rememhave That was
So,
Wyving,
at
right?
least 2-1
I
is
might have
very
won
nice.
1. I wasn't paying hard attention, admittedly.
So, I have won. I'm moving on, thank goodness. This combo, if I had a better RF, it might have been.
Oh, Wyving Ballroom Dragoon.
What's up, guys? Matthew from Matt's Battles. And
That's
today,
not a spoiler, though, because it's just what's in the next round. What you don't want to see is the semifinals or the quarterfinals.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I tested this battle before.
I'm pretty sure that that's the same tripod I'm still using.
This is gonna be a thing. But, if
Once somebody told me I should use a tripod. I used a tripod at the time, so I don't know if they're being an ass or
Alpha King,
just a complete idiot.
Orange Balor 225 WD, and Flying Base GT with Yard Order Dragoon, left room 105 WD.
I won't say who the person is, though. They were, there's somebody that's, like, or at least at one point was like, I don't know if they are now anymore,
When I
but
was seeing this combo, I was thinking it can go through the tournament, but it's going to have trouble with the small base, and this is probably the worst possible matchup. That being said, my phone has stopped recording, or it's frozen, and then gone off my camera twice, and it failed the recording.
Huh.
WB Mike has been saved by that twice, because he would have lost.
oh
So,
boy.
Let's see. Still have to do this matchup again, but
I
maybe
think
different outcome.
Dragoon is going to win. That's my guess.
Because Dragoon is very wobbly right now.
XF is fun. I like XF. It's a good tip. It's not as good as the rubber tips, even though it's got more stamina, because it is harder to control, but it's good.
By Killerkin, because I feel like if I would have given it Killerkin, it just would have made the match. It would have had a little bit more stamina, and it would just made the match just a little bit longer. This is just a stamina match. Not many of those, and there's so many attack bases. There's an attack base.
This is going to be probably 2 over Dragoon if I had to guess.
Attack base, like in this case.
I'm going to get on my phone.
Oh man, I'm glad there's a lot of attack base. I really hope an attack base wins. I don't want to see another stamina base.
Let
Stamina
me
defense always seems to win because attack base can never
look at
always
random
knock out,
things.
you know?
Because I don't want to watch this battle. I don't want to skip it, but I don't want to watch it.
Sorry,
There's nothing to watch.
He got eliminated from Dexterity because he can knock out Dexterity. Who had a small stamina combo.
By the way, beat my combo will be out in 20 minutes.
Oh.
40 minutes. 40 minutes, not 20. Just want to let that be known.
Oh, as I said, there's one recording when that exact thing happened. So,
Now I feel like an idiot because something actually happened.
see if that can happen again. Oh, as I said,
Oh, okay, Baller got a KO. Gotcha.
There's one recording when that. Being so wobbled.
Let me
it's having
check out
very,
my
weird
photo I took
attack
here.
patterns, because it's starting to spin kind of on the flat
So
part
this
of the
is
and moving around a bit.
Alpha King and Flame. Okay, so this is WD and WD.
Honestly, I was thinking from the beginning, WD
Gotcha.
Mike's gonna have a good chance unless he faces this Dragoon Bay or like Dexterity, because those are such small bays. It's it's gonna be hard to get a direct hit on off it. Even like Flash,
That's not wrong. That's part of the reason Scythe and Wing are good. I mean, they've got good defensive qualities, but it's hard to get a hit on them because when they're low. That's why I've been using Genbul in Standard.
Complete opposite side of the bracket, so it doesn't even matter. But this Bay and Dexterity's Bay both aren't.
I would love to win with that Genbul combo. I like it.
Bay probably has a little bit less defense, as it did get knocked out and sent flying one match. And I shouldn't be spoiling anything because you should have watched round 1. Your fault if you didn't.
And Dragoon?
It looks like Dragoon's gonna win, yeah. I've always wondered why left rotation base spin still, but not the right rotation. Like why they don't spin still off the left rotation base. But, I don't know. So here we go. He gets the knockout. Can WBO Mike win? One more. He needs one more.
Saved by the camera.
Oh my gosh. I will say that I launched right into, so I have to read that.
There you go, yeah. I was like, I better not keep that one.
Wow. Personally, from the beginning, WB Mike is one of the ones I am rooting for. No offense to anybody else. But, oh man.
Hey, Madoka had a Bay and Metal
The
Fusion.
question is, who has the most Blader Spirit right
Yeah, I used to talk with Mike a little bit back in the day.
Came down to this in the finals.
I probably have my Google Hangouts thing with him somewhere.
That just launched sideways. It fell off right at the last second.
You can still access those. What is it? Is it chat now? Is what it's called? Ooh.
Oh my gosh!
Got it.
Oh my gosh, he just won. W might pull it off. Oh my gosh. Moving on, it's WBO
Yeah, I
Mike.
believe I've still got
Hope you
chats
guys
with them from
enjoyed.
way back in
I'll
the
see
day.
you guys later.
This is way too loud.
What's up, guys? Matthew from Matt's Bay Battles, and today I've got around
All the female bladers got shafted in the anime.
Last round was absolutely insane.
Hikaru was shafted until that awesome scene in Metal Masters.
I'll tell you, one Blader has amazing Blader Spirit. So we have. I didn't actually check. No, this I know these guys. I know this one at least. This is Prince Alibaba with the Garago Griff CH120 Metal Flat. He's facing Mr. Awesomeness with Duo Aquario BD. With this many people, I cannot remember.
Yeah, Jerry, you're just not skilled.
Face, Dual Pegasus, down force 105, left turbo flat. That's the true anime fan. So here we go. Last round was absolute hype. It was amazing. Okay, so let's see how this round will not compare. And my Metal Flat won't spin. Come on, Metal Flat. Does it even need to spin? I'm questioning it. Phantom has such paper thin defenses. It's terrible. It just gets knocked out by anything. Even a really crappy rubber flat tip that's barely spinning in the middle of the stadium. It's deflecting it, but Metal Flat
I am replying to a message about the microphone.
Very inconsistent. I wish I had another one. Yeah, I have a very bad Metal Flat. It's not the best. Well, no, it depends. Some of these heavier bays it has trouble with. Some of the lighter bays it does just perfectly fine.
Oh wait, I need to pull my thing up here real quick. Tactical photos. Okay.
And Prince Alibaba's gonna win here.
Phantom Aquario BD.
Try to launch electrocution again.
What's the opposite of supremacy?
Okay, if it stays.
GF inferiority.
It's not gonna win. Metal Flat decided to suck today. That really sucks. I feel bad. I feel very bad.
Ooh, Metal Flat!
I usually wouldn't spoil other rounds. But last round was so hype, I don't want to spoil it. Or I usually would spoil other rounds, but this last round was just so amazing. I don't want to spoil the last round. But, yeah. Mr. Optimism is on. He might do it fast. Never mind. I didn't know Duo had such a great attack power.
Oh, this is Duo Pegasus again? Haha!
It's obvious.
Duo Pegasus is back.
Now, the true anime fan made it to the semifinals, if I'm not mistaken, last time, because Duo out-staminas other wheels, so against other attack combos, Duo out-staminas them all, because...
It's actually not a bad idea.
Basically out-staminas because that's Duo. We face other attack combos. I might recycle some of the tips for future rounds.
I've had two people reply on mic. I'm not the mic question I gave. I'm not expecting the other person to because he's not on. He's usually later to respond, but I'm hitting up my friends who have like microphones.
Metal Flat decided to suck today, but this is a pretty good
I'm not gonna show you guys my. Actually, wait. This is gonna be meta. You ready for this?
True Anime Fans combo knocked around Mr. Awesomeness, but it was not enough. So Mr. Awesomeness is gonna move on
Okay.
to the quarterfinals. So hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to
Can I
like,
see my
comment, subscribe,
finger?
share. I'll see you guys
Yeah.
later.
Wait. I don't think this is gonna work. Never mind. First of all, that is way too loud. Alright, we got Gil. I'll say yeah. I guess. Yeah, that shiny thing here.
Round 6.
No, I'm not sure you can see anything. Never mind. That was a terrible idea. That was a terrible idea.
Yes, versus our whole lock-in with Flash Gil 85 or squared F. And then we have Phoenix King with Borrow UW 145 or squared F. And
Okay. So we're at round 6.
I'm gonna redo that.
Rip.
Get my tripod.
It needs a 0G stadium. GF is good in the 0G stadium because it's fast. I guess if there was a bigger stadium in general, but I think its surface area is too wide. I think it's too wide of a flat tip for a non-0G stadium. I will say the Burst Stadium I think has a slightly higher ridge and it does grip GF better. And those types of tips, the big wide plastic tips, but I think its surface area is too wide even if it had a bigger stadium. I don't think it has any stamina.
And looks like Vintage Libra is gonna win.
Maybe if it was bigger, it could be just fast enough that it just out-fat speed the rubber tip bays and maybe get a KO on them, but I really don't think GF has good stamina.
I was gonna say Fluff knocked another big hit there, but then he did. But it was not enough to get the knockout, and then now, yeah, it looks like our whole lock is gonna be.
My problem with GF is it's just one of those things that too many people ask me to use it. Like they either ask me to use Bahamdia or they want GF in a tournament, and except for that one GF combo that did pretty well, almost every time the GF combo has no stamina and sucks. And then there's the person who beat my combo. They gave the Destroy GF combo, and that was pretty sweet. But basically everything besides those 3 scenarios is GF sucking.
Oh my gosh. What?
It is EDS. EDS.
I know, it's this slow when I got to this point.
T125 EDS.
Bam, random knockout. He's gonna do it. I know it. He goes with the not the best tip and just gets the knockout. So Phoenix King's moving on, and he's going to be facing Mr. Awesomeness, who has even worse defenses with Fang.
Okay.
What's up, guys? Matthew from Matthew Battles, and today we have round 7 of the CBT.
We got a circle flat.
We have Dark Beyblade's middle face heavy. Small stone face heavy.
Little stone face.
BD145. That's not a WD.
Yeah, I used my BD145 on Kerbex for a while because my Kerbex had trouble ticketing apart with its BD145.
Give me a second. There we go. Wait, this one I think is better. There's always someone with their hand combo. Blue Wolfang, aka DJ Beastblader with. I gave them Eiford Grago.
I say 165 circle flat.
So yeah, fine. I think I saved them for a lot of people.
Okay.
Winner that will face Jonah Blade WBO with.
There we go. You can see the edge of the keyboard.
RDF, man.
There it is.
What are the odds?
Dusty.
He gets in the round with there's no rubber tip.
I can play a mean trombone, but I can play only an amateur piano. I love piano though. It's such a great instrument. I could talk instruments all day.
Wow. I did not think that would happen.
Oh, I love A Light Storm. That's a great song. That is such a good song.
We're not absolutely perfect.
How much more Fire Emblem songs are you familiar with besides? I know because I think you've done other Fate songs too. I think possible hot take here. I think A Funeral Flowers from Three Houses is the best video game song.
So,
Straight up, that's my favorite overall. Fire Emblem or other things too. I just think it's such an emotionally powerful song. Both versions of it.
man, okay.
By a little light. That's my favorite Hoshiden battle theme. So there's some other ones that are good, but a light just hits really hard.
Absolute awesomeness. Hype. Go watch them. They're amazing. They're absolutely amazing. So, yeah. I feel really bad for General Blair because, gosh, he gets the RDF, he gets RDF E230. This bay will tank hits. So many attack bays, half of them are attack bays, and he gets put in the round where there's a circle flat and a wide ball, and he cannot stamina either of those. If I'm not mistaken. Just think if this was an attack mode. I'm pretty sure boost mode is the good one. Attack mode though is like the crap.
Yeah, but
just think of
for
this
E230 is deadly.
Alright, you know what? Blue Wolfing on this one.
A Funeral Flowers is an amazing song. Okay, to put in perspective, I don't know how much experience you have with Fire Emblem, like the games. I have not played through the route that A Funeral Flowers plays on. I've played on the other three.
I would have gone personally.
And even I can still feel like the emotion coming from it, which is crazy to me. That's why it puts it a step above other songs. Rotagan's amazing. Thorns of You, or was it Thorn? What was the exact wording?
That was, you know what, no. I want to try to launch this game, please. I'm not good at launching attack based things.
Oh, I don't have it on my phone. Thorn and You, yeah. That song's also really emotional.
This base should actually have stamina.
But I think I like A Funeral Flowers a lot. Both versions. So, you know, normally like Storm, right, is the more powerful one, right? Or Fire or whatever it's called. It inverses in that Funeral Flowers when it plays in the game. The overworld is the strong one, and then when you go into the battle, it goes into the piano, and it is an amazing theme. I highly recommend Funeral Flowers. Okay, I guess E230 is good.
It's pretty good. Now split it down the middle. No, this is very imbalanced. All the weight's on this one side. That's what I've always felt like with zero-G bases. They're always like that.
Oh, we've got the victory move that's playing too early. I got really confused. Yeah. So, I didn't do this for on YouTube or anything. I got the randomizer. I got the randomizer for Fates, and I randomized Fates, and that was amazing. That was such a fun playthrough. My Elise was randomized to Baruka, or Baruka became Elise. So, Elise and Baruka, who probably can't be further polar opposites, you know, that's who Baruka was. And I remember one of the scenes, this was in the Conquest side too. I think it's when Elise is sick or whatever, or something like that, or she gets attacked, you know, and the bottom, instead of saying Baruka, it's just said Burka, and it was super funny.
What's up, guys? Matthew from Matthew Battles. Today we have Blader Ace with Bahamdia Griff.
Oh, Blader Ace! That is another OG.
Facing the
looking that up.
Phantom.
I'm not gonna play it, but I'm gonna look
Phantom
at it.
Sagittaire, 8145 WD. Winner of that will face Blackout Blader, who has basically the same problem as last time.
Okay, gotcha. MCR, okay. We're talking about Fire Emblem music.
So it should have more.
Fire Emblem is such a great soundtrack. I really like Fate's soundtrack. Awakenings is good, but I think I like Fate's more. And Three Houses is really good as well. They've definitely, not that old Fire Emblem music is bad or anything, but they've really taken advantage of orchestral arrangements for their songs. And they're fantastic. Ooh. This is goofy looking. This is why I also don't like Bahamdia. It just looks really dumb. It might look better on itself, but I don't have to.
I'm not sure which one it was. I forgot. Basically, I tried to launch somebody in reputation. And this person was reputation. Whoa, Blair Ace. This combo just went insane and got a huge hit, but...
What? No.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not not sure. I don't know much about Bahamdia, but I feel like the biggest. I feel like if he would have gotten something like even Garaga or something, just something that's not sticking out like Bahamdia, he might be able to get a more direct hit with like everything instead of more hitting like this. You know, instead of just hitting with the.
I'm doing a great job of. That just looks terrible from the side.
Really good. I don't know. I don't know.
Look at this combo from Selevsky for beat my combo.
Very unfortunate.
We got Thief, or no, we got Gladiator
I
Reviser.
predict Blader Gary to win this. I think he has Sam.
I love Heroes.
Phantom has amazing.
How long have you played Heroes? I'll bump my face cam up after this is over. I've got a massive. I've played a lot of Heroes. I've got like 900 5-stars or something. It's a massive number. Actually, no, I'm not quite there. I think it's 800. But I've got merges of a lot of things too, obviously. I've been for forging bonds. I've been rocking a.
Oh wow!
I played since the game came out. I've been rocking an Odin Dark who's terrible and completely outclassed. But I've used random.org to decide my team. Okay. There's so much power creep in the game, but I can't stop playing it. I like it. The Odin's completely outclassed and is terrible, but Ram.org gave me a team, and he's still a Blade Tome, so he gets a stat buff for his bonuses, go add to his damage, just as a total, right? And with his Blade, or his personal weapon, which is a Blade Tome. So I had Midori on the team from random.org, and I just gave her, like, Reviser, or like a Hone Seal and the Fortify Res to go with her Rally, and I just pump him full of steroids. And then Clive was doing nothing because he was really old as well, right? And I switched him from the Spring Mirabilis, who gives bonus doubler, so now I've just got an Odin that like stacks a shit ton of damage, despite being awful. I wish I had a more regular one, kind of, but I also don't care because I really just use Pegasus for CBTs and some battles. I don't know the differences between the Pegasus. I know this blue one, and then I've got this too with the black paint, and that's all I know. Is it like a regular one? Is it a random booster? Or is there random boosters? I don't know.
Now, if he keeps hitting E230, Sagittarius, if he keeps hitting E230, and maybe goes off balance a bit, like keeps going lower and lower like that, he might not win. If he stays balanced, or he starts knocking Killer Cam off balance a bit, and not just sitting here in the same spot,
okay.
Although it could be in a hole, there might be a tiny hole.
That doesn't help me, Jerry. How am I supposed to know what 10F BB01 is? Pegasus.
Oh, stabilize at the end, and Blackout Player is going to win.
BB01.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video.
Okay. So that looks like the one I have, except with probably. Okay, so that's the one I got from those lots. That's too loud. Oops. There we go. Quarterfinals 1.
What's up, guys?
Based.
Battles of today.
Based.
Quarterfinals.
Private Aquarium and Pisces are great.
Dexterity with Gimbal 90WD and Black.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Wolf,
I'd love to go to Japan. My cousin went to Japan.
And then the second match.
I took Japanese for a semester and a half. But it was difficult to learn, especially because you really had to put everything into
versus
it.
WBO Mike with Yvang W145 squared F. Metal Snowface heavy as well.
So I'm facing Mike. That's what I said.
A lighter bit. And this is, I did not have as many WDs left. So
that was back in like 21, I think. 2020, 2021. I think I took it 2020 through the end of 21 is what it was. No. Yeah. No. I forget.
I think WTD probably would have been a better option.
Yeah, I think it was 2020 through the end of 2021. Because I took 1001, 1002, and 2001, and you know they start in the fall and then go through the spring for the next one. So 1001 was fall, 1002 was spring, and then 2001 was the next fall. It wasn't. The problem was just for me. It's a struggle to learn all the. I have to translate in my head, and I'm not good at translating in my head. I'm a really slow translator in my head. It was the sentence structure is a heck of a lot more easy than English is. But obviously I don't know it, so I'm learning a new sentence structure. And there's also a boatload of kanji. But I've kept all my note cards, and the 1002 book goes further on, so I've got a little bit more that I could learn. But I'd have to really go back to the start. But there's just so many things I want to do, and I don't want to focus on learning Japanese as much. It'd be cool, but I'd have to really commit to it, and I'd rather commit to my channel and trying to grow it. Eventually get monetized or something, you know? School, work, getting a job, putting applications out now. Pray for me. You know, stuff like that, though. That's all I'm trying. Well, I know this background looks terrible. Like, relatively speaking, like, I just stuck everything on here.
I mean, it's not that big of a surprise. Yeah. So,
oh, no, my Genki books are out in the hallway.
Oh my gosh.
I've also got a Japanese golf book that I got for free.
So far. No, he has 2 wins because he came out of their arm.
What was I going to say?
So he is right now 9-1.
I'm about to battle. I've been trying to make my graphics better, though. I'll put up some graphics in a second. Like when we're done with this, I'll put up some graphics. Some new graphics. Me and Mike. Let's go me. Yeah.
Somebody I'm losing to, I want to lose to WBO Mike. I want to lose in this match. If I don't lose in this match, I want to go all the way.
Yeah, so I can still recognize some of the kanji as, like, I think I remember them, but I don't always remember what they mean.
Can you come back? Can WBO Mike come back?
Ooh!
Ooh, you got the knockout. Okay, I'm so hyped for this matchup.
But I've made sure to keep all my stuff, all my note cards and everything like that, because I think that's good to have, you know, if I ever wanted to. Because I do like, I think it's interesting learning about Japanese culture, because it's so much different from ours. I wish, there's some ways that I wish our culture was more similar. I wish we valued cleanliness, you know, like they do. There's a lot of things that are, like, I wish we could take here, honestly.
Had a very good combo that could have wrecked through the tournament if he had just the right matchups. He broke through the odds round.
Shout out to Mike. What does he even do now? Is he still around? But yeah, I kept both my textbooks and I've kept all my note cards. Every single note card I've got. I've got kanji note cards and I've got basic. I do remember some really basic things. Like what is it? It was Senko wa Nandeska, which is like what is your like job or something like that. Construction, that sounds hard. Though I got a friend in construction. I'm a graphic designer. I graduate in a month. Technically 2 months. But my class is a 5-week class. My last one. Ooh.
Okay, this is exactly what he did to me. If he is not the best tip, but gets the knockout because of Phoenix. Horrible defenses.
Is Phoenix King gonna win this?
If I got to face Phoenix King in the finals, I would not be mad. Because I want my revenge. I'm still gonna get...
Did I ever get my revenge on Phoenix King?
And you know, it's one thing to have a signature combo and somebody else signature combo BOB. But it's another thing...
Now I'm excited to end this so I can pull up graphics.
You can just counter combo. But CBT, it's just all up to, you know, kind of... Andy is going to knock out Mr. Osmus. We'll move on. But, you know, comes down to...
This is only the first one.
You can't counter combo, you know?
We've got 4 more battles. 1 more quarterfinal and 2 more semis. Or 2 semis and a final.
Somebody in a CBT and then defeat somebody in a BOB.
Huh.
Because I can counter
Interesting.
combo in a BOB. Or they can counter combo against me in a BOB.
I also had a great professor for Japanese.
He knocked the tip off.
Huh.
Holy crap.
Yeah, my professor was amazing.
Okay.
That is crazy. Oh, I do also have a Japanese keyboard on my phone. And on my computer, I still have it. I can barely read that because it's small.
Mike's combo, if he can wreck this combo because he hits directly above the E230 or at least
yes, they do.
And his attack bag can just knock right out. So, which round did Fan right now? This round. So it's looking like me, Dexterity, Phoenix King, and Blackout Player will be the final four. The top four
On a Blader
tournaments,
level,
the ones getting the shoutouts.
I don't remember. Phoenix King, yeah. Phoenix King made at least... Went 1-1 in that one tournament, made it to the finals of the Limited, and is making semifinals here. So, this is a good group of Bladers. These are a bunch of people who would make the finals. It's on a Blader level. This is a great semifinal. I don't know how it is on a combo level, but on a Blader level, it's really good.
Semifinals for the CBT23. We have me with the Duo Gasher.
Me.
Duo Gasher, T30MB, and Dexterity with Gimbal 90 WD. I gave him my newer WD from Burn Gasher. Then we have Phoenix King with Ball Bar, UW145 squared up.
Can't say enough good things about.
Mike's combo, newer squared up, and
Haha.
Blackout Blader with Mel Snowface Heavy, Killerkin E230 WD, and
Wait, which person is throwing you off? Is it Blackout Blader? I guess I could see how that would be. Hey, eventually we'll eventually get to Master of Hockey.
I'm so glad WPO knocked out that zombie bay. I was scared to death. I'm more scared of it than this bay, just because it's a zombie bay and it's spin steals. But then at the same time, I've seen Gervais like Dragoon not be able to spin steal off like 2. You could destabilize me actually.
I think Blackout Blader is probably the closest to Rockrai. That or Darkest.
I hope I just straight out stamina Dexterity and bam, I'm in the finals. And then I out stamina.
I really hope you're not mistaking Dexterity for your name.
If I can get my
I love Dexterity.
Me and Phoenix can get to the semifinals and we both lose. I can't get my revenge on them. But then again, that would be an epic final. 2 of the champions.
Go watch Dexterity stream. It's not Beyblade, but if you like gaming. Dexterity streams on Twitch.
Started really uploading. Oh, come on, please go Gasher, please go Gasher. Go Gasher's gonna do it. Yes, he is. Oh, thank goodness.
Me when I cheat.
This is a very good match.
This isn't me cheating, it's just Dio Gasher's a really good combo.
Okay, go me. I mean, if I face Blackout Blader or Dexterity face Phoenix King, it's not gonna be a bad battle or anything. It's just, gosh, those are the 2 best outcomes here. Either I win and Phoenix King wins, or Blackout Blader and Dexterity win. Because this is gonna be the best matchups right there.
I definitely know what happens in this one.
Or a rematch of the ages. And I really want to see a rematch of the ages. Because I want to beat Dexterity. I mean, Dexterity's great and all. Great combo.
Dexterity was a really good Blader. He just had a great knowledge.
I want to beat Dexterity badly.
The closest person I could think to Dexterity now would be Ethan, probably, because Ethan knows a lot with, like, the science. You know? Though a lot of people do, but Ethan seems to have good knowledge of how everything works, really.
Further off balance, knock him even further off balance, and it looks like
the only difference is Ethan does not have the record that
yes, I am. I'm gonna beat him.
Dexterity did.
Okay, I beat him.
Okay.
Okay, I beat him.
Now I just want to show off. I really want Ethan to do well because Ethan's had such. Ethan went from like 15-8 or 15-6 or something like that. Can I shut up? Ethan went from like that type of record to
a bit different. So excluding that because it's not a regular CBT, this combo won 3 back-to-back CBTs. That's why I chose those.
Got text from
I need to win.
To 23 and 26. Like from that point on, Ethan has gone like roughly 8 and like 20 or something like that, you know, or close to it. Since like CBT 8ish or 9. It was CBT 29. Ethan made semifinals, and since then I don't think he's ever gone better than 1-1 in a CBT. Maybe he went 2-1 once. Dexterity was a person from back in 2015, 2016, 2014, like that time period. Just a really really smart person, but he was always cool. Always enjoyed interacting with him. But he streams still, just doesn't do Beyblade anymore.
Yeah, he's 3-0, or 3-1, I think. So he's gonna be like overall, I think he's like 11-2 now. Gosh,
oh wow, I've got. Huh? I put in chapters. Interesting. My stats are way more in depth than they used to be. Maybe I'll put them up too.
Because this combo is not good for defense. It gets knocked out very easily, especially against a tall attacker. So, he is winning now.
So this is WD A230.
That's not a sliding shoe. It's not even close to a sliding shoe.
Balance.
Come on, don't get knocked up. Don't get knocked up and lose.
Alternate
It's
universe.
like Pokemon. Power decided not to listen. Power took a nap.
Maybe flame.
Gosh, that was the worst.
You gotta balance it out. Instead of just having a balance wheel, take something that's kind of good at multiple things and pair it with a Timp that's also good at things but good at different things. For example, you know, like Flame Serpent has an F tip, you know, so it's got pretty solid stamina and all that. You know, it's a mix of an attack tip and a stamina defense. Do something like that where you mix.
And he's already 4-0 again, I think. No. He won 31 seed. He came out round 2, so he's 7-0. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned.
Me versus Blackout Blader.
What's up, guys? It's Matthew from Massive Owls, and today...
So, if we're looking at CBTs from...
Blackout Blader won a tournament with
I have not won any CBTs at this point. I won CBTs that aren't on the channel anymore, but I don't think I've won any CBT that's on the channel up to this point. So this is my first shot at a win.
He's going, if he wins this, he'll be 8-0 overall. But there's somebody who wants to stop him. Somebody's gotten really unlucky in the past. Somebody who just wants to win another tournament because they never get lucky. I get knocked out by stupid attack combos with crappy tips in round 1. That is me. With Gasher.
Heck yeah.
Duo Gasher, 230 and B.
This is a great combo. This is a super good combo.
Beat.
I don't use this type of combo nowadays because I think it's too good. I want to win without winning like with something crazy broken, you know? This is crazy, right? There's definitely bays I would beat this, like some of the attack bays, 0G attack bays. And I've got better R-squared Fs and RFs now. But I try to use things that are a little bit more out of the box and not quite things that have dominated my past CBTs. That's why I've been running low Genbolt defense. I've been running the Phantom Aquario combo. And why I can't seem to win in limited. I don't really know what to do. That's where Burn Cancer came from, because 230 I had banned at the time being in my limited tournaments. So I was using, I went Burn, left wing 160 CS, so I was still pretty tall. And I was tall enough to outdo some of the attack bays.
I couldn't call that. I can't call that.
I think I won that. And that's Ethan too. Ethan is also that way, where he'll run no 0G and run way more out of the box, and that's hurt a little bit. I think you should try to run some 0G, but just out of the box 0G or something. But at the same time, it's hard to do that because you're better off running Duo or Death than Erosia or Saramanda, because those just suck. So I get it. Yeah, exactly. I want to win with something a bit out of the box, a bit something that, like, a thing you would not take to a regular tournament, but something that's still good. And something that could win a CBT. Fire Emblem has taught me that cheaters always win.
He's knocking me off balance as I'm knocking him off balance.
Because you use broken units and then you win.
And I'm going to win round 1. 1-0. Me.
This could work. Forbidden or beat Cancer.
As here you go. Blackout Blader.
I won't go to something like Nightmare. I want to use a little bit stronger than that.
As you can see, there's nothing here. No dual camera angles. It's just straight up. I got the new thing. I got perfect lighting, in my opinion. I think this is perfect lighting.
I do agree. I had really good lighting for my phone and my editing. Because I couldn't edit it post like this, so this is great. This has zero editing on it post for like lighting. This is all like natural without from the phone. It was perfect.
Me versus Charity Phoenix Team versus Blackout Blader. That semifinals was amazing. Quarterfinals with me was amazing. I'm gonna win again. Let's go.
Oh yeah. Oh man. I love Orso. Orso's great.
I want a 3-0. I want to crush him. I want to beat him. I don't want him to be 7-0 in my tournament.
I want him to quit when he's done with this. I want to beat him so bad that he quits.
7-1 because he got so close. He could stay flawless. I need the win. I came out of round 1. I came out of round 1. That's 5 wins. That's 9-4 for me. Because I'm 4-4. I suck. I've been doing horrible.
Heck yeah.
Luck. I've been getting beaten by crappy attack types, and I didn't get my rematch against Phoenix King. I didn't get my matchup against Phoenix King.
Who's the best? I'm the best.
Phoenix King.
Hell yeah.
So we're gonna do this as an extra bonus.
Not in this video.
I'll see you guys later.
This one was really good. Okay, we'll We're gonna turn the volume way down because this music's too loud. Actually, there we go. I was still in high school at this time. I've gone over 50 subscribers and almost at 300. I'm over 1,300 now. I've gotten 1,000 since this video's come out. Top 5. Okay. I don't care to watch the battle with me and Phoenix King. It's not part of this. So what we're going to do is we're going to axe that. Get ready for this. So layout. We're going to bring these two up real quick. So if we go to Documents, Adobe, Personal. Check this out, guys. So here we go. We got... Oh, it's too big. Okay. So we've got the new Beat My Combo. I can have black on the edge. We're at the end of the stream. It doesn't matter. So here we go. We got the new Beat My Combo graphic. Looking amazing always. I think that's pretty good. The only thing I would tell you, Cosmo Maker, is it's a little bit really similar to just Tetsuya's Bay, like straight up. That's the only thing. This feels more like a AU Tetsuya combo because it's Cancer CH120, or yeah, I'm assuming you mean CH120 semi-flat. So here's Beat My Combo. I think this looks awesome. I'm really, really happy with this. Which will be up in 5 minutes, by the way, if anybody wants to enter that. Then, in the same folder, we've got, check it out. Look at that. A fantastic graphic. Just flexing. Use Phantom Aquaria for this. I think this looks awesome. The other one you could argue, like, if you don't know Beyblade, but if you don't know Beyblade, then what are you doing here? But this one is pretty self-explanatory. Used Phantom Aquaria for this. And then, this is probably my favorite. Well, I don't know. I really like this combo of colors oddly, because I'm not a big orange fan, but I love how these look. This one looks. I'm not sure which of these two I like more. And then recently, as of the other day, as you guys saw briefly there, we've got the Fire Emblem thumbnail, which I'll have to shrink and move over. The only thing is the screenshot's a little blurry, but you shrink it down enough, it's not going to be that big of an issue. There's me dying on hard mode. It's my second time on this map because I've got a Blue Lions run going on the side that I'm for myself, off camera. But yeah, I died. I put Edelgard in a harm's way and she died right away. We did it. We killed Edelgard. We did it, boys. Edelgard is no more. So I've been trying to up my graphics game here a little bit, just in general. The only thing about this is the pattern. The way the pattern does it is I had the bays not overlapping with each other. So there's one line that it's a little bit more thicker than the rest of them. I think I could probably fix that if I went back and through it, but it's not a big enough deal to me that one line is a little bit thicker. Maybe I will later, but anyway, those are the graphics I made recently. But I'm always trying to just, any type of series I do, I like to go through with Micah's mentions and do a Pokemon or something. Make a graphic and like a layout for that. What was the layout I was using for this? No, I was using, I probably should use this pattern as my background. Anyway, but yeah, so I've been just trying to do extra stuff for the portfolio, I guess, even though it's personal stuff and it's a little bit odd. But it looks pretty clean. So I took inspiration from Phoenix Master, legendary Fire Emblem YouTuber, mainly Fire Emblem Heroes, but he had this thing that was like straight and then triangles sticking out and then straight, and it was big. But I took the banner of the the banner for the houses. They're all the same shape, but I took that Black Eagles one and I just kind of traced the zigzag and used that as the crossover between the left and the right side because I really wanted to use a screenshot in some way, and that was the best way. And yeah, it originally, let me see if I can show you the original. It looked a lot worse than this at first. It originally looked like this, but there was one for episode 2 that really sucked. So I'll do this one. Wait, no, not this one? Or is it this one? No, that was wrong. That was a really dumb idea. Is it this? Wait, so that is 16,000. Okay, this one's also 16,000. Okay, these are both massive for no reason. Okay, sure. So, wait, that's a... Why is this a black box? What if I grabbed the other one? This one. Let's try this. There we go. This was the other thumbnail I had originally, and this is nowhere near as good. Shout out to Jayblader. He soundboarded a bit for me and gave me some tips. So we turned that abomination. I don't need some of this. Some of this isn't bad, but it's not really that good. And we turned that into the other one. Yeah, much better, much cleaner looking. Let me. I have the chat open. I could see. Metal Ball's a good balance tip. It's got more stamina than defense tips, and it's got more defense than a wide defense. But it does not have as much defense as the defense tip bays and the rubber defenses, and it does not have as much stamina as like a WD. It's good in the middle though, and it's tall as well. That's something like EDS can get knocked off balance, you know, and kind of like be weird like WD does. Except EDS is worse. But Metal Ball doesn't have that issue, and it's got a lot of wobble room. So, what's the word? Procession. So, I did not know that. I like using it in the mode that has more recoil because that's fun. I don't think I have any other graphics at the moment. Well, nothing that I want to show off. I guess the CBT rewatch thumbnail is basically just the CBT thumbnail I had. So I do like my GOAT versus the world. That's a little bit different type of thumbnail though. I'm gonna go back to Beat My Combo's out now, by the way. It just went live. I want to go back to this one. Soon. That's all I'll say is soon. My room is clean. Actually, you can see. It might look kind of crummy because there's my clothes bin over there, but there's nothing behind there's only a little bit by the wall behind the clothes bin, so there's not like a lot there. But yeah, it's for the most part like pretty dang clean. So there's my shelves. So yeah, it's really what I wanted. I do have to clean off the shelf that I store the bays when they get taken apart, but yeah, soon. I got some stuff planned. It's gonna look prettier. Everything's gonna look prettier. The only thing is, should I do dual camera angles? I'm kind of leaning towards yes. That could be fun. I discussed this earlier too. I think when Rockrai was AFK. I kind of wonder if I should either record a vertical for like shorts, you know, if that would be an idea. Or I've thought about that, if it would be worth hosting or something like that. I just don't like short content as much. Like, I don't want to be putting crazy effort into short content because I just don't like it near as much. Hey, Rock Aries is a balance wheel based off of Hasbro's packaging. And Rock Aries is definitely not a balance bay. I know some are like attack because they're Pegasus, even though it's like not a attack bay at all. But Aries being balanced is always funny to me. But yeah. So hope you guys enjoyed the stream. We've been going for almost 3 hours, but I've had nobody else home for 3 hours, so it's worked. It looks like the stream only got really laggy and kind of died once. Oh, now it's saying it's gotten laggy again. Okay. Adel 6. Okay, so internet's getting laggy again. But we're done with the CBTs for the day. Soon for this, for the two people here. There we go. The two people here. Sneak peek. Wonderful thumbnail. And yeah. Check out the Fire Emblem Let's Play if you like Fire Emblem. And listen to Funeral Flowers. It's a great song. And yeah, I think that's all I got. Hopefully we'll have more of these in the future. I really actually did want to stream Fire Emblem today. But I figured this would be a better stream idea. I'd probably be streaming to nobody if I streamed Fire Emblem, being honest. That typically happened when I streamed non-Beyblade. But I thought this would be more fun. We got good people in the chat this time. Last time we had Mega Turtles and Jerry hop in the call. This time we had more people in the chat. Probably focused a little bit more, though when I started talking about things I didn't focus as much. But anyway, it's been a fun stream. Hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Go check out Beat My Combo, because that is up now. And yeah, I will see you guys later.